closer you get to the exterior of the high spires, the louder the crowds get. Stalls line the streets on the approach, selling flags of the various kingdoms, small wooden warriors, or sweet treats and delicacies. Bards and street musicians busk to entertain passerbys for some spare coin. The largest crowd is gathered outside of the proscenium theater constructed in this exterior courtyard. This is where the grand finale of the Fivefold Harvest Games will take place. Performances from all of the surrounding provinces and a celebration of the champions of the Tournament of Parties will take place in this grand finale. Citizens in line chat and murmur about their excitement and predictions about what they expect. A shoulder is bumped by a rude patron. The victim calls out after this person's rude behavior. The hooded figure continues to stride forth, but with a glance over the shoulder, you can barely make out the shape of a black and white spiral mask. We will find out what happens at this grand finale in today's episode of the Concordian Expanse campaign. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Welcome to session 18 of the Concordian Expanse campaign. The title for today's session is The Opening Act. And today, as you can see, the role of Luce will be played by Emily Tabor. Luce is here, and Emily has full permission to make in-canon choices for Luce.
Suddenly, Sybil's like in love with Luce.
I knew it would happen. I knew it.
Oh no!
I changed the whole trajectory of the game, guys. Sorry.
So, some further business. Tomorrow, we have an episode of Talk With Me, and from our business meeting earlier, it sounds like Matt's prepared. So I bet he has a very thought-out and well-worded statement about tomorrow's episode of Talk With Me. Matt, go ahead.
Anyone free tomorrow to guest?
Okay, so tune in if you want to guest in tomorrow's night episode of Talk With Me at 7:30 p.m. Central, right here. And also on Thursday, we have the next episode of Minions. So we will have the next episode of that chaotic and insane campaign. Meg's back, and so we're even more chaotic now. Also, there's a recent viral meme that might make an appearance. Who knows? So you should go and see that on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Look, our own people are curious. And then coming back to next Sunday, right here at 11 a.m. Central, we will have the next session of the Concordian Expanse campaign. And I'll be streaming from my new house, BB. So excited to do that. As long as the internet is installed the day before. Okay, so with all that business being done, let's jump in with a quick recap of how we got here. So our party, the Six of Swords, thrown together by a series of circumstances, just participated in the Tournament of Parties, a tournament at the celebration of the Fivefold Harvest Games. This is the celebration that is held in Crosshaven every year, and is a celebration of all the 5 providences of the Concordian Expanse coming together in a truce and living together in harmony. And so, at the Tournament of Parties, our party fought through 3 rounds of combat and came out on top as the victors. But in and amongst this, so much other stuff happened. There was an attack on the stadium by an organization known as the Orchestra, who is led by a mysterious man calling himself Chaos. This Chaos and the Orchestra were seemingly behind a lot of the events that the party had encountered or not encountered that had been going awry in the city of Crosshaven. Our party was able to thwart some of the orchestra's plans, saving some nobles and council members from near death, and were praised for doing so. And also, there was a lot of individual discovery and character growth. In the last episode, or the last few episodes specifically, we found out that Sybil's family was, first of all, keeping tabs on her more than she thought, but also maybe getting their old adventuring party back together to do something in the place called the Shadowfell. Sybil also had a journey with her construct companion, formerly Norbit, who seems to have perished and been rebuilt to become Stanley, a newer version of this construct, who Sybil seems to be apprehensive about, but making strides with in the last episode. Eovald, we met his mother, who is just as sweet as a button, and also some old friends from his past, where some unfortunate information was revealed, but we did get to know a little bit more about Eovald and his past throughout these last couple days. Will, formerly, apparently, Edgar, found out so much about his past. First of all, he met his uncle, found out that his mother may or may not be alive, his father may or may not be alive, but he at least knows who they are, or of them, and their existence. His uncle is also a mind mage, a sorcerer of the mind, if you will, and has been so happy to see Will, and also very generous in the offerings of help and guidance and assistance. And Will has been digesting that and dealing with all that information on top of this. And Pip, she found out that her father was involved in corrupt politics. He saved himself from an attack from the orchestra. Her mother is involved in some kind of situation up north with an unknown species of humanoid called the Blackhollow people, and this mysterious resource of theirs called the Duncurth gem, which also apparently happens to be Arcanonite, an incredibly powerful and rare resource that generates magic and is able to create Norbit and or Stanley, amongst other things. And in the last session, we met Juliana, apparently Pipplin's mother's apprentice, who, and I say Pipplin's mother all the time, by the way, because her mother's name is Pip, and so I just don't want to call her that. So Pipplin's mom's assistant, Juliana, came to Pipplin's house to tell her and her dad that apparently Pipplin's mother, Pipplin III, had been kidnapped or taken, apparently, by the Blackhollow people, and she had not been heard of. And both Juliana and her father pleaded with Pipplin and her party to, and through Pipplin, the party, to go north and help Pipplin save her mom. Juliana did so rudely and passionately, but her father did so emotionally. And a nice night was had between Pipplin and her father. And then the next day, our party won round 3 of the Tournament of Parties, causing themselves to become champions of the Tournament of Parties, where they received a lot. First of all, the immense bragging rights of being the Tournament of Parties champions, which is amazing. They also are now the proud occupants of Verano Manor, which is a manor in the noble district of Crosshaven that is occupied by the champions of the Tournament of Parties and fully staffed and supplied. And they each received 100 platinum for their participation on the winning team. Last we left off, the party was in the winner's paddock celebrating, and well, celebrating. I don't know why I said and. Celebrating with their friends and their family. And we specifically left off with Sybil and Stanley having a very nice conversation where they met in the middle a little bit more because Stanley seemed to be remembering more about Norbit and was showing a lot of care for Sybil and her friends. But we are going to cut back. We're going to cut back to a dark, dingy room, barely lit. There's no windows for the sake of privacy. There's a circular, long, oval, circular wooden table where there's some chairs that are, some are occupied, some are not, some people are standing. But this room is filled with certain individuals. First of all, the Six of Swords party members. Master Sergeant William Grand is also here. Master Sergeant... hold on. Master Sergeant Jara Haldor is also here, who you might remember as the Blue Tiefling Captain of the Iron Guard, or Master Sergeant of the Iron Guard, who is the one who gave you the contract to complete the sewer task where you found Nearloss and the tablet and all that. So the two of them are in here, as well as a captain of the Iron Guard, Captain Sandra Kane. Sandra Kane is here. And so there's the three Iron Guard members and all of you. And you are all in this dark, dingy room. Torch sconces are lit. Some candles on the table are lit, which causes warm light to emanate around the room, causing dancing shadows from the flickering of the flames. You have, up to this point, rehashed everything that you knew. Everything that you had brought to the Master Sergeant William so far. Which, as a reminder for you and the viewers, was as follows. When you stopped the chaos in the orchestra's plans for killing the nobles, you captured one member of the orchestra alive. In doing so, Will was able to use his mind mage abilities to enter the mind of this orchestra member and interrogate them on what the orchestra had planned. In doing so, you discovered that the orchestra did indeed have something planned at the grand finale, and that something was going to happen most likely at the high note of the song sung by Sarah Farweil, who is Pipplin's aunt, who we have met before. So that is the information that you found out through this interrogation. You also know that you were given 2 backstage passes by Pipplin's aunt. And I think, unless I'm forgetting something, that is all the relevant information for this specific situation. Yes, Angie. Am I forgetting something?
Vincent made mention that he thought we should be somewhere else during that.
Which means he was aware of it.
And I don't know. So it means that he knows something's going on too, which makes me think he's tied to chaos a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to put that out there.
That is good. That is a good reminder. I forgot that was revealed. So that is a good reminder. Yeah, is it JMO or Pip?
JMO, wasn't there also in the Loreheart? No. Yeah. In the Loreheart's little ledger, something about crates being delivered backstage or to the games or something.
Mm-hmm. Crates were delivered to... something was delivered to the supply, where things are delivered for the games that had orchestra. So
had the little spiral.
It's most so there's a good chance that there's something there already or something. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know what, but there's clearly a delivery that
Something
is
was
linked
delivered to the games that is linked to Chaos in the Orchestra. Yeah.
Great.
But was in the lore heart ledgers, which means they also obviously were.
Yeah, because as a reminder, the older Loreheart, Thomas Loreheart, his job was specifically handling shipments for the Fivefold Harvest games, and so that's why he was able to let them slide in, because he kept a real ledger or a like surface ledger that had all the stuff, and then he kept a real ledger where he had the secret stuff, because he was very type A and kept everything recorded, even when he shouldn't. Much like Nixon. All right, so...
I mean...
Am I wrong? That has all been rehashed.
Topical reference for the kids.
That has all been rehashed. And you have a moment here with the remainder of you, like I said, the Six of Swords. And Master Sergeant William Grand, Master Sergeant Jara Haldor, and Captain Sandra Kane. Master Sergeant William Grand speaks up, and he says, "Right, well, now that we know all of that, our plan, in Jara and I's opinion, should be to handle this as secretly as possible. We don't want Chaos to know that we are on to him. So, what I mean by that is we don't want to up security immensely, be checking and frisking every single individual. But that also means that danger is still going to be possible. So we're going to need to come up with a plan where we can keep our eyes peeled on important locations at important times. Thoughts?"
Well, they already attacked the games. I think it's reasonable if we up security a little bit.
Security will... no one will be able to enter the proscenium theater with a bag that is not checked.
See something, say something.
But we're not willing to put the citizens at that much of a paranoia. Also, once again, if we up it too much, they might change things, and that would be bad. We want them to continue the plan as brought to us, so that we know what to stop. Because if they change things, then we're not going to know what to stop.
Well, if the boxes have already been delivered, shouldn't we be able to just kind of already do a sweep? If it's already back there, we know that we can get rid of it.
If we can find it.
At the very least, I have the backstage passes and can take another, do some searching and see if my aunt has seen anything strange or some new person during rehearsals that would know her song, to know that there's some specific note that would set off something.
You don't think your aunt is a part of it, do you?
No,
You
I
don't
don't
think she
believe so.
invited you specifically? She's never been to our apartment before. It was rather interesting that she
It was
burst
odd.
in. Perhaps she was sent.
That's a fair point. I didn't even think of that.
I hate that I have to.
Zach, out of character, because I know when we talked about who Sarah was, she's like an actress, but not like well-known, famous kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this would probably be the first time she's singing at the games.
Oh yeah, this is like a big opportunity for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pip's like, well, I love my Aunt Sarah, but she's not the actress of the city, so I'm sure this is a big deal for her, and she wanted everyone she knows to feel that it was big and important. And so I'm sure myself and also all of my cousins and many stage passes that she could give out, she would. So it would seem like a big deal. Which it is. I don't want to diminish that for her, but that
But
is
by
not how
her?
I interpret it.
Is
Man,
that-
now I'm just getting nervous. We're gonna see someone's drunk aunt doing karaoke. This is not gonna be.
No,
Kind
she
of
is
what it's
quite
like.
talented. I don't want to again.
Oh
diminish
no,
her
I'm sure.
skill.
I'm sure.
Talented. Yes.
I'm sure she's great.
I think that it would make sense for Captain Sandra to be backstage, just because she's low level enough that she wouldn't draw too much attention. It would make sense that there would be an Iron Guard presence back there. Sandra just kind of like nods. I can do that.
Could we dress Eovald, perhaps, as a Iron Guard, and that
You'd have-
way
You'd have to ask Eovald that.
Eovald?
So you're suggesting that I dress up like an Iron Guard to go kind of undercover behind the scenes at this
Yes. Because
concert?
if you can get in not using the passes, then we have 2 passes and you. That's basically half of us back there, and then the rest of us can be upstage.
You don't think it'd be kind of obvious, seeing as how a stadium full of people has seen Eovald the past few days?
Well, we could make him look. He's kind of regular looking.
Oh,
No offense. No, not like in a bad way. You're handsome, but you aren't blue
Sybil.
or have hair. Okay.
Yeah, all right, I understand.
I mean, Sybil's not wrong. I think I would be a little bit more noticed in Iron Guard gear than Eovald would.
It would mean that the Iron Guard is just instantly 100% more effective.
Sergeant Grand rolls his eyes. We can provide you with a suit of armor if you would like.
So you think people would also notice if one of our own was missing? We're supposed to be the guests of honor, and the Six of Swords suddenly has a missing party member.
Well, you are the guest of honor, but you're not until you're the second. You were right before the song, the reveal of you. You're the second to last performance or show or act or thing. So, it would make sense that you're not, and you don't have to sit out there and watch the show the whole time.
Well, I hate to ask this, but if we know that there's going to be an attack, does it matter if it's obvious or not? Can't we just cancel the show and make sure that no one is hurt?
Jaros is the one who speaks up this time. This was obviously my choice. We ran that by the powers that be, and they refuse. There is too much money, too much power, too much influence behind this. They just simply expect us to do our jobs. Sergeant Grand speaks up. I need to be very clear. You are working with 2 Iron Guard members, and we are not hiding the fact that we are working with you, but it is not necessarily an order of ours. We are coming to you because we have both worked with you and we trust you. And also, you are the ones that came to us with this information. But not everyone is as afraid of this chaos and this orchestra as I believe they should be. Those in power rarely believe that they can be removed. So, I will be out in the main audience entrance area, keeping my eyes there. Jara will be on the perimeter, on the surrounding area of the proscenium. Captain Kane will be with those who are backstage. And all of you will, well, you can place yourselves as you see fit. I do believe that many eyes and many locations is the best way to handle this.
All right, I'm willing to at least for the first part, before we're introduced, become an iron guard to kind of scope things out.
I'll have a suit of armor ready for you.
Great. Can I keep the armor?
We will talk.
Then I think that might be the best plan, at least to start, of half of us backstage, half of us in front. Just looking around, seeing what we can see, seeing who we see.
Do you have a way of communicating amongst you?
Dang it! I haven't figured out the message rings. I have a
One sending
stone that Luce has. Luce and I have a stone.
So we
I
send
can-
them out to-
So
I
one
can
of
talk
us
to
could
someone
be-
for a little bit.
We could, one of us could be backstage and one of us could be
Oh,
in
Luce is
front of the
here.
stage. I also, hello, I'm Luce. I also could be invisible, go backstage with everybody, but invisible.
I also, I mean, it's not necessarily word for word communication, but I can send Sylvester to, I don't know. Sylvester can help us communicate in some ways.
Say my son. Oh, I have my message quill. I can send any of you a message easily. I forgot I had that.
That sounds nice.
So we're pretty covered, it seems.
And
Right,
I can
well,
yell.
Is there a
perhaps
place?
not yet, but
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Is there a place where this stage is set up, just like thinking about how this is all set up, where Luce could be like, I'm thinking about those like kind of fairground stages where you can be sort of to the side and see a little bit of the backstage, but still be like in that obstructed view kind of area where Luce
Well,
could be a little bit invisible and be between the two groups.
let's find out. As we jump cut
Sure.
from this war room
Jump
to the grand finale proscenium theater.
Whoa.
So, let me show you. Oops. Here we go. Boom!
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
It's a big ass map.
it is a big ass map. So, let me switch so that the stream can see what's going on. All right. So, as you can see, oh wait, oh no, hold on just a second. I'm going to need to go back to the role play, and while I am fixing the screens here, you guys can see the map. First of all, we have jumped forward in time. So, in between this war room meeting and now, you fought in round 3. You celebrated amongst your family and friends, and then you got together and prepped and set up for this night, this grand finale. So, we are cutting to the pretty much almost the very beginning of this, this show. People are piling in. There are clowns currently on stage that are at the two corners and the center of the stage that are just like kind of the opening act. They're like juggling and doing small bits of magic here and there. People are piling in and sitting down. Eovald, you have already donned your plate armor. You were given Iron Guard plate armor. And anybody else who would have requested anything, let me know. We are, as I said, kind of starting right at the top of this. But if there's a moment where you're like, could we have done this? Or would we have time to have prepped for this? We can totally talk about that. But I just kind of wanted to jump right into the action. So people are piling into this theater. They're so excited. The doors have opened. And as you can see, there's it's a large amphitheater, basically, that's been constructed with a big stage right in the middle, some VIP seats down on the ground. And then you can see kind of the setup of the backstage area back there. So while you guys are talking about kind of where you want to place yourselves and where you think the party would be, I am going to fix the cameras real quick.
Okay. So this theater's not even a theater in the round?
No.
Whoa. Hey,
That's all I got to say.
I didn't realize you had such opinions about theater spaces.
I'm a theater guy.
Eovald, everybody. Continuing to surprise week after week.
As always.
Did we decide who was going to take the passes?
I think it was.
No, that's kind of what you're like. So you can just kind of like prep for like
can
where you want to be
honestly-
right now.
I can be backstage looking for stuff.
Yeah, I feel like
Well-
Pip and Will are good at like search and like.
Well, if it's looking for perception or something, I'm actually not that
Oh, you
good
are
at
good.
it.
Okay.
No, I have a +3 to perception.
Oh, I have a +0, so.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty good at this stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't need a pass. But I'll be back as well. Honestly.
I feel like
I would love it. I don't know how it's set up, but I would love it if Luce could like pop up and like sit on the top of one of the walls, invisible, so that she can
Oh,
like
like
see
a
the audience and
sentinel.
see backstage a little bit. Yeah,
That's cool.
I don't know what those walls are like, but
Okay, so I have cut to the battle map so that our viewers can see what's happening. Which walls are you talking about? Like these?
either like here, yeah, either like here or here, either one, because she's gonna be invisible. So either one is okay.
Yeah, I mean wherever you want. I think that they are wood walls with like there's metal at places to like bracing and framing, and then it's painted to look like stone or statues or whatever. But yeah, easily loose invisibly, especially as a satyr with your mirthful leap. Luce could easily become invisible and hop right up there and definitely be wherever on those walls that you would want to be.
Great. So I'm gonna put her right here,
Okay,
so
oh, yeah,
that
you
she
don't
can
have-
see
hold on, let me
backstage
give
and the
you-
stage. Oh wait, I might be able to actually. I can get Luce.
Okay, cool.
I got her.
Yep.
Whoa.
All right, so we have Eovald backstage with Pip as well. And then what else? What about Will and Sybil?
mm,
I mean,
my aunt knows that you're my roommate, so it would make
they're
most sense for you to be backstage with me.
Yes,
But I can also
and-
introduce Will as a new friend.
I just am wondering. I would love to. I'm torn because I don't know if Stanley would be welcome backstage, but I'm a little scared to not be close to him.
What if Stanley? I'm gonna have Sylvester, I think, be back there with y'all, so that I can easily check in on you when I want.
Would you?
And then maybe I can be out there, and Stanley can chill with me.
Stanley, this is Luke. He's good. He's on our team.
Oh, I remember Luke. Yeah. How are
You-
you?
Protect him.
Of course.
If I go backstage with Pipplin,
Yes.
who you also remember is very good, and she lives in our home.
Of
We all
course.
lived together.
Madam Pipplin. Yes.
Okay, yes, you do remember. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Also, as long as you're protected. And then Luke kind of speaks up and says, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm sending Sylvester with her, so Sylvester will protect her."
And I'll have Eovald, and I'll have Luce.
Right. Well, sounds like a good plan, Madam Sybil.
Okay, then yes, I will go as Pipplin's +1 to the backstage passes. And I'll like squeeze Pipplin's hand.
I
How about this gray square next to Luke is going to be Stanley.
That kind of looks like him a little bit, yeah.
And then I'll also place this blue token here at the entrance, that's Sergeant William Grand. Sergeant Jara Haldor is like out on the streets, so you don't see her. And then this blue token back here is Captain Sandra Kane, who's with y'all. And then Will, where do you think you're gonna be, bud?
It's a good question. Thought I was gonna be backstage.
Oh, I
Still
thought
could-
you didn't want to because of perception.
Still could be.
That's fine. Goodness. I guess I'll just kind of be house left.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to get
Honestly, it might be good to have you out there, Will, because if you're willing, if you see anybody suspicious, you can.
willing.
Ah, nice. If you see anybody suspicious, you can dive on in. You know.
It's true.
Yeah. I will need line of sight for all of you if I want to communicate with you telepathically, but
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you'll have line of sight on me, and then I can communicate with Sylvester.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
kind of a roundabout
totally.
way of doing it.
okay.
I can also have Sunny out. He can
Honestly,
go
it might be good to
beside
have him
my-
perched like maybe on the opposite wall of Luce, or on the back by the entrance, maybe, or.
Agreed. Just to keep an eye and to signal me similarly if Sylvester sees something.
Where would you where would you want Sunny to be?
I think where Sergeant Grant is, honestly. So
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put this token here, and then I'll give it a little yellow tint because it's sunny.
woo,
Look at that.
perfect.
All right, so you have all gathered into your places. Those of you who are backstage, it is as busy as backstage is during a show, especially when the green room, dressing rooms, and costumes and everything are all thrown together in one place, because this is a temporary proscenium that was constructed via real construction and also magic. You currently are backstage talking with your Aunt Sarah, who is kind of holding court right now with you and Sybil, and also here are your father. Your father's backstage. For the moment, he does not have a pass, but he's a counselor, so he could be back there. Your cousin Rain, Sarah's child, is here, as well as her husband Erickson, or Xavier, I mean.
Xavier.
And oh, so sorry, her children, Eric and Sarah, and her grandchild Rain, are here, as well as her husband Xavier.
No, still child. That's still. They have 3 kids.
Oh, sorry, you're right. My
that
bad.
are all Pip's age.
Yep, I thought I understand. So Sarah, her husband Xavier, and then your cousins Erickson, Rain, and Sarah Jr. Are all back here as well. And your father. She's just currently talking, and like I said, holding court. Thank you all so much for coming. I just genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart. I knew that one day this opportunity would come to me. And just the fact that it's finally happening is just... And Xavier, her husband, always the doting husband that he is to have to get along with Sarah, says, "Darling, it was a matter of time, and truly they should apologize for waiting so long." Sarah, who you've always felt kind of a connection with Sarah, because she's a junior. She's a maternal junior, just like you are. There's a lot of expectations on her, not as much as you. Her mom's obviously a little bit more freeing. But Sarah the second is pretty relatively chill. And she kind of like bumps you and kind of like rolls her eyes. And then she wordlessly like like moves her head to that only you can see her, like so that you're blocking Sybil's view, and like
Pip blushes.
and she kind of chuckles. And Sarah says, "So I am the closing number, as I am representing Crosshaven. So I'm so excited, and I just cannot wait. And you should meet some of the people back here. There's magicians from Juno, and acrobats from Litania. There's dancers from the Ironmarsh and Denzir, and also Tack Zaber. Charming man." And she gets to talking. While she is talking, at the front or near the entrance to the actual stage, you see Counselor Mira Glentvale, who is getting ready to, she's looking at some notes, as she is the opener of this show and will do the opening speech of the grand finale. And so she's getting ready. So that's kind of what's happening. That's the area now. Luke and Will outside, and kind of Luce too. You're seeing all of this. It is filling up fast. There are a lot of individuals. And there seems to be like an excitement tension, but also like kind of an ominous tension in the air. So that is the world that you guys find yourselves in. What would you like to do in these moments? In these first moments that you're here, is there anything that you want to look out for specifically? Is there anything that you are searching for specifically? Is there anything that you have your eyes on? Is there anything that you want to have your eyes on? Where are your thoughts? Who wants to go first?
First of all, I think I'm wearing like some sort of helmet to like at least partially obscure my face.
For sure. I think that totally makes sense.
And I am going around backstage, and every person that I see, I'm just going up to and like introducing myself, and just, nothing like, I'm not like questioning them or anything, but I'm just getting a feel for each person and seeing if they're being truthful.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Oh God, I'm so nervous. 24.
24. All right. So, on a 24 insight, you meet a lot of people. There are a lot of nervous performers back here. Oh, I need to read Emily's. Okay. Did anyone get the last week's EM inspiration?
Michael did.
Michael got it.
So, Michael, you have EM inspiration.
Yes,
but this means
it's not.
What?
You hadn't read it yet, so it's not participation.
No.
Dang it.
Wow, Angie.
I can't believe I said participation.
I liked it. I thought I was gonna win.
I'm such a nincompoop.
What a pooper.
Okay, so, what were we saying? Oh yeah, you're in
a lot of people.
There's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of nervous performers back here, and
are they doing their monologues looking at the wall?
Dude, like there's actors doing. No, it's honestly there's no actors. But there. Oh no, there are actors. Oh my God, did I forget to mention the most important part?
No.
There are 6 individuals back here who are currently in costume as the concerned citizens. So there is a human man who has long golden wig hair, but a real beard, just a little bit bigger than your dad's. He's human though, so he doesn't have the pointed ears. But other than that, he does look pretty similar to your dad. There is a female half-elf that is wearing a long brown braided wig with a very colorful coat. like super gaudy, something your mom would never wear. But it is definitely clearly them being Aliana. There is a drow individual with darker skin, probably like more of a like violet or purple, who is dressed in a white wig and dark leathers to be Emery. There is a green or a yes, sorry, a earth genasi with green skin who has like bark like horns that she has crafted to look like Rowena's, and she has natural long black hair. And then kind of the opposite, there is a blue tiefling man that has very small kind of like nub like horns that are currently covered in a huge, like way bigger than Danny's hair, like
Oh my
poof
God.
of like white hair. And so they're all back there practicing their lines. And then other than that, you have some dancers warming up, some acrobats warming up. But with a 24 insight, I feel like that was rolled 30 minutes ago. You notice two things of import. This is what I will say. One. One. The assistant to the magician that is representing the Juno dynasty is wasted. He is so drunk. He is hitting on you hard when you talk to him, and seems to be really hitting on anything that moves, and is kind of just like really helping himself to the pitcher of wine that is provided backstage. And that is something that is stressing out the magician highly. The magnificent Mavis is the magician, and she is not happy about this. And so that's one thing that you've discovered, because they're being pretty secretive about it. Like, she's being secretive about the fact that she's pissed, and although he's being very boisterous, not everyone knows how drunk he is, but you can tell. And then secondly, there are 3 people who are dressed in the kind of drab beige clothing of Navarian religious individuals who do not seem to be with the Navarian performers, because the Navarian performers are doing they're warriors that are dressed up in kind of like warrior monk type clothing, and they're doing like a choreographed fight performance to represent Navarre. And so that's what the Navarian performers are doing, but you see 3 other Navarian people here who are not involved with them, and with a 24 insight, there's something up about them. They like seem to be a little paranoid, or not necessarily paranoid, but like they're definitely like hyper aware of everything around them. Something's up with them. So I'll say that that's what you notice on a 24 insight. Before we get your reaction to that, Will, what do you think you're doing out in the audience?
I think I'm mostly just keeping an eye on who is walking around. Like, if someone looks like they're trying to hide their face with a hood, looking out for people wearing creepy ass masks.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check for me, my friend.
Cool. 16.
16. With a 16, I will say that you're kind of like looking at everybody who's entering, you're kind of spying everybody, but also for the first time in your life, a few times people come up to you and are like, oh my god, are you are you Will? And like say how great you did in the performance. And luckily, the people who come up to you are very respectful. Like no one's too crazy. Like they just say a thing and then like walk away. But a couple people do like come up to you and are like, "Wow, you're so great."
Wow.
And I definitely think that might be a new experience for Will. But other than that, relatively you do kind of blend into the crowd, so it's only the people who really pay attention to you that are noticing you. But you're just kind of looking around and you see a moment where Sergeant Grand is up at the entrance and he's kind of talking to someone, and he does not notice three individuals enter, and these three individuals are sketch. They have kind of ratty clothing, and not to be classist or whatever, but it's like definitely not like the vibe of this function, and looks off from what everybody else is wearing, and they look rough looking, hired muscle type. Like you can definitely tell like one of the guys has had a broken nose a few times, another guy has some scars on his face. And they're looking like some nefarious characters. So I'm going to say that you notice those guys with a 16.
I will telepathically to Sergeant Grand. Hey, you missed some.
Okay, yeah, you, because that's within 120 feet, right? So that's,
Yeah.
yeah, so you have plenty of space. So he kind of gets that message and he looks over, and he turns around and spies who you're talking about. And he sends some Iron Guard to go look at them. And you see the Iron Guard approach these men, and a conversation starts happening that you can't really hear. And then one of the guys like starts doing some erratic movements and starts sprinting towards the stage. And people are like, "Oh, what's going on?" Do you do anything in this moment?
Yeah, I would just. Can I just telekinetically shove him 5 feet closer back to the guard?
Oh, for sure. No, yeah, you can easily. He's sprinting, and so you just we both did it. Telekinetically shove him just into one of the chairs that's chairs that's right there next to him as he's running, and he hits his hip and he just falls down. The Iron Guard gets up on him. It doesn't happen as fast as I'm describing it, but they take some time.
Yeah.
You see them escorted out. You see them talk to Sergeant Grand, and Sergeant Grand kind of looks over at you, and you open that connection with him, and he says, "They had weapons and symbols from the orchestra. I don't know what you just thwarted, and I don't know if it's the main thing, but we just stopped them."
I don't think that's the end of it.
All right. Well, we are taking them to the nearby Iron Guard station. So that happens, which I need to mark them off. Okay. All right. So that's what Will's doing, and he's kind of busy with that for the first little bit. Sybil, you're back here, listening to Aunt Sarah, do what she does. And you're surrounded by Pip's family, which I don't know if you've ever been this close quarters with this amount of Pip's family. So what do you think Sybil's doing in this moment?
I pictured Sybil there and on the other side of Pip, kind of was described earlier, where the cousin was like, "What's going on?" But I imagine that she's looking around. She's definitely not. She's got a smile on just to make it yeah, I'm paying attention and it's cool and everything's fine. But she's looking at the rafters. She's looking down at all of the backstage stuff. I think she's trying to see if she can see any of the deliveries or the packages, keeping an eye for any chaos symbols or chaos agents, and also just generally confounded by the structure and the construction of this backstage. So I think she's like, I'm paying attention here, but also, ooh, look at that! It's really fun over there. And then she's looking up and she's like, oh, how are they doing this? How are those beams supporting? What is the structural integrity of this building? So as everything's going on, she's absolutely gone. You're muted.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. It's bad.
Oh, bother.
Wait, is this this is that night, right?
Yeah, you guys have not long rested since the tournament. You have healed all your hit points, and you went up to level 5, so you probably have an extra spell slot or two, but
yes.
That's all. You have not long rested. You've short rested, but not long rested.
I forgot I have a +7, so never mind. It's not that bad. I got a 14.
Okay.
I'm not going to use my heroic inspiration yet.
Okay, with a 14, what I'll say that you notice is, first of all, it is definitely made with magic and a combination of magic and real construction, because you see like some of the beams and stuff are curved in a way that it's like magic definitely did that. Like wood doesn't curve like that. And you also can tell with that investigation check, because you're, basically this universe's version of like an engineering person, that this structure wouldn't last long. Like it's sturdy, but like it wouldn't last months, so it is definitely temporary, and it's not like super well constructed. You also notice 3 other things.
Whoa.
Well, one thing that is 3 things. There are 3 kind of places that you would be wary of that should that are like tight corners or like hidden things, or like, and so you mentioned the rafters. That is definitely a space in the theater where you're like, okay, no one, first of all, there's no ceiling, right? So there are rafters, but then above that is sky, right? And so you're like, those are easily accessible by anyone who can climb onto like the exterior of the theater. They also, like, anybody who's up there has view of everything, and kind of a hidden view of everything. So you notice that's not great. You notice that the stage is raised, obviously, and so there's the underneath of the stage. From the front of the audience, there's wooden walls so like no one can get under the stage from the front of the audience, but from the back stage you could, because you have to be able to do like maintenance and stuff. Like other than like the pillars that are holding up the stage, it's like crawl area back down under there. So that's an area that's like hidden, not really seen. So that's not great. And then also, what I'll say that you noticed with that investigation check is that there's a lot of especially because the magicians here, and because a lot of the performances have like spectacle type stuff, there's a lot of like illusion and or fake things back here. So like there's a fake brick wall that's back here. There's a mirror frame that does not really have a mirror in it. You know what I mean? Like there's just like weird, tricky things that are back here. So I'll say with that 14 investigation, that's the stuff that you notice. Is that fair?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a plastic dagger back here. This is not a real dagger. What is this place?
Like
there's a table with a bunch of props on it, all labeled in squares.
Someone with a headset comes up and slaps your hand.
Oh,
Don't touch your other people's props, and then they walk away.
I'm sorry.
Fireable offense.
So that's what Sybil is up to and kind of discovering. Luce, what are you doing up there on your wall?
I think Luce has like 2 main objectives. Like her first priority is she's doing kind of a constant like head on a swivel to check on every member of the party to make sure that, like, especially since people have split up, that she's making sure she knows where everyone is, to kind of keep an eye and help everybody, watch their back.
Fair.
And I think in doing that, she's also trying to like eavesdrop both at maybe some of the performers backstage and also any patrons who come in that are like right by that wall, so that she can hear if there are any like hushed conversations or anybody that seems like they're kind of sneaking past her to get backstage or anything like that. So just like very aware of the people right around her, and then head on a swivel to check on all the party members.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Okay.
21.
All right, with a 21, I will say you also spot those 3 Navarian people who aren't a part of the Navarian performers. But because you're mainly like looking at them, whereas like Eovald talked to them, you notice that one of them, like as Eovald talks to them and as they move amongst the backstage, 2 of them have like removed their hands from their robes multiple times. One of them has kept their hands in their robes the entire time. So that's something that you notice. You also notice the fight currently happening in the dressing room area between the magician and her assistant.
Right. I have a sending stone with Pip. Is that correct?
With Sybil.
With Sybil. I want to like at a moment where there is enough noise right around me that I could still be invisible and like whisper and it not be a big deal, you know? Just communicate all of that. Like specifically say like keep an eye on this the one guy who has his hands in his pockets, and then also call attention to the argument that's happening back there so that she's as aware as possible of everything back there.
Okay, let me see.
And I'll make them part of my like swivel now too. Like every time I go and check on everybody, I want to like have eyes on the guy whose hand was in his pockets and see where we're at with the argument with the musician. Like adding people to that check every time she looks around.
Hold on just a second, sorry.
No, you're good.
Hello!
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so yeah,
Luce, why are
I
you
just wanted
talking?
to read this, but if you cast, if you use a sending stone, you are casting the spell sending through that sending stone. So if you
Okay.
do that, you will drop invisibility because you'll be casting.
Is sending
a spell.
concentration?
No, but it's you drop invisibility if you cast a spell.
Even the ones that are my infusions,
Mm-hmm.
that's still the same.
Because it's allowing the item allows the person to cast the
see.
spell.
Yeah. Yep.
Heard.
Okay, then never mind. I'm not going to do that yet. Can I retcon that?
Yeah.
But I will still keep an eye on all of those people. And if that, specifically the guy who like had his hand in his pockets, if he
Mhm.
seems to be inching closer to the party or like sneaking up on anybody, I'll like hop down off the wall backstage.
Yeah.
To help.
All right, sounds good. So at this point, Counselor Mira Glintvale goes out on stage and starts her opening speech about the Fivefold Harvest Games and everybody coming together to celebrate the Concordian Expanse and everything that it stands for, and how you're gonna have a great show tonight. You have performances from all of the kingdoms. You have Late Night with Tax Zaber, and then you have a final performance of a beautiful song. And they're so excited about it, and that's kind of the speech that she's going into. Pip, yes.
Would I have had a chance to do anything, or is it just...
No, yes, you definitely would have, but you at first were just
Okay.
preoccupied with your aunt. So I was just letting you know, timeline-wise, the opener has started,
Okay.
and so now we're going to check in with Pip, and then we'll check in with Eovald and what he does with the insight that he got. So Pip, you've been talking with your aunt. She was holding court. but now it's kind of broken up into like separate conversation type things. So now you have the ability to kind of like step away for a second. So what do you do when you're back here?
I would like to, now seeing that my cousins are all there, I would like to find a point where Sarah Jr. is more off by herself and kind of ask her questions instead of asking my aunt directly, and like just kind of
Yeah. So you can definitely find a moment where she's like she goes up to the wine cart and is like getting a glass of wine. I'm really proud of Mother. I am, but it's all I've heard about for the past month.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, she seems excited, and I'm also so incredibly happy for her, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many times you may have heard the same thing about this
Yes.
over and over again.
And also those incessant warm-ups that she does in the morning, sometimes so early.
How are you? How have you been? It's been a minute.
I'm all right, I got on a job at the Citadel where I am in finance and running the accounting numbers for the public relations department. So that's nice. And other than that, I broke up with Todrick.
Oh. You
Yeah.
broke... Did something happen, or...
Oh,
You alright?
well, more like who happened.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's fine. But that's why I've been living back at home for the past few weeks, really. Because we had a place together, as you know, and... Well, technically it was his place, because... Well, I've only ever lived off Mother's money, so...
Right. Well, I never liked him anyway, so...
Is that true? He was very
I
handsome and
honestly
charming.
I didn't have much of an opinion of him. I mean,
Yeah, you're
he
right.
seemed fine. I didn't dislike or overly like him.
Well, how about you? How have you been with everything and your... why's your mother not here?
She is up, she's away, on some trip. I honestly don't know a lot about it. As per usual, she comes and goes a lot, and I'm no longer living at home either, so it
Oh,
just
yeah.
ended up where.
Who are you living with?
Well, I am living with Sybil, but the plus of that is fairly new. I think only, God, in game, how long has it been?
Like
Days?
like 2 to 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah. Like days new.
That's the best part.
I will say it is, it's something I've been wanting for a while, but hadn't known enough to ask. So I'm overjoyed by everything.
And now you're
but it's also
probably
a lot.
all over each other, and you can't stop talking about how much you love spending time with one another. You probably can't even find any time to separate the two of you.
Meanwhile, I'm over, like,
course.
looking at a wall.
How did they build this?
Brilliant! It's going to disappear in
And it was like,
minutes.
yeah, definitely. You know how first relationships go. But also on top of everything else that's happening, it's also a lot. I would love to more formally introduce the two of you.
Of course, yes.
When we have a moment, but yes, everything else. I was working at the library, and now I'm part of an adventuring party that are the champions of the games. So
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. If you would have asked me which of us, and she's definitely referring to like the cousins. She's like, if you would have asked me which of us would have joined an adventuring party, I love you, Pip, you would have been last on the list.
Oh, if you had asked me that a week ago, I would have told you you were insane and I'm going to go back to the library and read more books. So,
Eric would probably think it's him, but he's such a nincompoop, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't be able to do a good job with it.
that is very fair. I did want to ask a little bit, and Pip kind of like pulls her like more to the side as like a clear like.
Yeah, she's like, she clearly like the one thing she got from her mom is like the love of like gossip and stuff, and so she's like, oh, yeah, super interested. It's good.
There is some concern with everything that's been happening at these games, and that terrifying person that projected his face over the arena.
Kind of hot, no?
I'm not going to comment on that. Not my type, I guess I will say.
There was just something about it. I don't know. I know that's bad, but I just.
Well, knowing your history, maybe you have a thing for bad boys. Anyway, in all you've heard your mum discuss and talk about these rehearsals, and have you noticed her talk about something weird that she would just maybe more flippantly pass off as, oh, this new person came in and was dictating the exact song that I needed to sing, or how I needed to sing a certain note? Just anything you may have picked up that was odd?
You know what? Now that you say that, actually, yes. You see, it was Magistrate Vincent Rose who is the one who came to her a month ago to tell her that it would be her, and he has been very involved. He chose the song, actually.
Did he?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. And she hasn't talked about any other new person that might have been at rehearsals besides the magistrate?
No, just, Peter, her pianist.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should do as we're taught, and I should mingle a little bit more.
Of course. We're always playing the parts, aren't we?
But let's catch up, have some tea soon or something.
Please, yes.
It's been a long time. And actually, before we depart, and she will pull Sarah to Sybil and make an introduction.
Okay. Oh, lovely to meet you. Hello.
Sarah,
hello.
This is my girlfriend, Sybil. Sybil, this is
Charmed.
my cousin.
Hello. Yes, I'm Sybil. And you're Sarah, and hello.
Hello. What do you do? And we cut to Eovald. As Eovald, you've kind of been, you've been, head on a swivel, and you've noticed these Navarian people. So of Luce, what are you doing now? Also, at this point, sorry, real quick, I apologize. At this point, God, I forgot her name. Councilor Miriam has stopped her opening speech, and the first act, which is a dance performance from dancers from Danzier, goes out on the stage, and they start their performance. So just want to let you know that that's the timeline that we're moving down. So Eovald, sorry, what do you do?
All right. So before the show, I went up to them and just briefly talked to them. But now that the first act has gone on stage, I'm going to go back to those Navarians, the religious ones. Walk up to them. Are they like alone, all three of them?
They tend to keep to themselves. Yeah, they're all together, but they are alone together, if that makes sense.
All right, I'll just walk up to them. Hey there, sorry to interrogate you again here, but we're just gonna need all of your names and your occupations and which act you've come here with. I pull out like a clipboard.
Well, we are we are here with the Navarians.
Oh, interesting. I'll go talk to them. I just immediately walk away.
Well,
towards the other
we are just here. We are big fans of theirs, and we are here as we are here as paramount representatives to make sure that their performance is blessed.
All right. Oh, so you're not actually performing or anything?
No, not the three of us. We are here simply to bless the proceedings.
All right. Well, then you're not allowed to be backstage. I'm going to have to escort you back.
Oh, we will not cause any problems. No issues.
Well, I can't really take your word for that, can I? So let's just follow me. I grab one by like the arm and start to like pull him.
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Okay.
Having previously worked in backstage administration, you don't let people that aren't on the list backstage. That's not acceptable behavior.
I got an 11.
The guy that you're pulling is like, okay, yeah, sure. But the other guy kind of follows, but he's looking back at the man who has his arms in his robes, who is not moving.
I'll stop. Go back to this last guy. Are you coming, or I'm gonna have to make this a big scene? And you don't want it to be a big scene, so.
He's really good at his job. You don't want it to be a big scene. From behind the man, you see Captain Sandra Kane step up to reinforce you. And the guy kind of looks back. I don't want any trouble. Please just allow me to stay so that the proceedings can be blessed. It is a part of our culture.
Well, maybe we can make that happen. Captain, can you escort these two, and I'll just stick here with the last one, and we'll make sure that, they're clean, and I'll frisk them and make sure they haven't brought any weapons or anything like that, and then we'll be good to go.
Captain Kane kind of nods, and she just like immediately grabs the two and starts escorting them out. The other guy looks at you. There's no need to frisk. I carry no weapons.
You see, I can't actually take your word for that. I would not be great at my job if I didn't let you just not be frisked. So just take your hands out of your pockets here, and I'll just do a quick pat down, and then we'll be on our way.
All right. Matt, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. At advantage because you are physically patting this man down.
26.
26, holy shit. All right. He has a +4 to his sleight of hand, which means he will have to get a natural 20 to even have a chance of deceiving you. So I'm going to roll this in the chat. That is a 3. So you see him kind of say, like, super confidently, okay. And he takes his arms out and he spreads them out. And from one of his sleeves falls a long dagger. And his eyes just kind of go wide.
Now, what is this doing here? I thought you said you didn't have anything.
It is for my own protection.
Why do you need protection? We're at a show here.
He goes to grab it.
I go to grab it as well.
Okay, roll initiative. Just the two of you.
And Navarre was the one who their magistrate killed the guy at the party, right? So people are suspicious already of... Okay.
That's what was publicly said.
Oh my god, he rolled a natural 1. I'm not joking.
I also rolled a natural 1.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Well, his initiative.
6.
Well, his initiative is a +5, which is also a 6. So I think this is rollies.
Okay.
He got a 10.
22.
All right. So you grab the dagger. He looks up at you. He starts running in the direction of the dressing room.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna tackle him.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll an athletics check, and he'll roll an acrobatics check. Ooh, he rolled a 23 acrobatics.
13.
He slips out from under you. He splints to the dressing room, opens up the door. Luce, you see this happening. There are currently in the dressing room, the acrobats from Latania are in there. And you see him going after one of them, but it took his full turn to like get there and open up the door. So you can spend your movement getting to him, and then what do you do, Eovald?
I am going to whip him. Whipping and then like
Hell
restrain
yeah.
him.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll a whip attack.
Of course. 17.
17 hits.
Okay, definitely gonna do damage to this guy. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right, you see him. He like goes to. He like raises up the dagger, and you like hit him right in the arm, and he kind of goes down. And then you're doing slow.
Yep.
So you're reducing his speed by 10. I'm just gonna say, because like we're not really in combat and like this is a little narrative thing, that because you hit him with slow, he's like not able to actually get to a person. So you roll an athletics check again, and he'll roll an acrobatics check. He got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Okay, I think you are trying to grapple him, so his acrobatics check sets the DC, which means meets it beats. So you grab him, put him down on the ground. By this time, I will say Sandra has come back in and is able to help you get this guy and get him off. But as you are like starting to lift him up, he starts saying, "Death to the Latanians! Death to your Bohemian culture!" And he just kind of says, like, is screaming stuff like that. And everybody at this point backstage is hearing this and, like, looking back at him.
I shove a handkerchief in his mouth.
Nice.
And then manacle him.
Okay. All right. So you do so, and you escort him to a couple Iron Guard members who are able to take him away. While you are dealing with this, the dance performance from Danzier has ended, and now, ironically enough, the fight performance from Navarre begins. So they go out on stage and they start doing their choreographed fighting dance. Luce, Sybil, Pip, Eovald, everybody who's backstage, roll a perception check. Actually, sorry. I'm sorry. Will and Luke, I'm going to have you guys roll perception checks for me.
Oh,
10.
10. Luke got a 26. So I would say that you occasionally, just because, you know, you're doing a good job, are like making sure to look at Luke in case he's wanting to open the communication with you. Will, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And so you look over at him, and he like gives you the signal or the wide eyes. That's like, talk to me in my mind. Yeah, and he says, I saw what I think is chaos.
Okay, where?
He kind of points, and you see, currently walking down these stairs right here.
Hold on one second.
You're okay.
Which one?
It's right. The one's right to your right.
Oh, okay.
But he's like up here at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You see a hooded figure whose hood is so down right now that you can't see. But he does have like slightly tattered clothing. And in your head, Luke says, and you see that Luke is now standing up and like doing the like scoot across his bit to like get towards you. And he's saying, I saw his hood, under his hood. I swear that I saw the mask.
1 second, and then I will relay that information back to Captain Grand.
Okay, Captain Grant hears that. He immediately starts sending 2 Iron Guard towards you. He starts getting closer down the stairs. Is there anything else you do?
I'm just on the lookout for, in the event that this is all a distraction, that this thing, I am kind of going to trust that the guards are going to take care of that. I'm just doing another sweep to make sure that there's nothing else happening at this moment.
Roll a perception check at advantage for me, Will.
Thanks. Pretty good. And that one's bad, so 19.
19. With a 19, I will say that you notice sorry, I'm trying to think of the best way to word this without giving it away. Yeah, you notice that there are 2 individuals who are sitting in the VIP section. They're sitting right here.
Mm-hmm.
Who, when this hooded figure is getting closer, look over at him getting closer and kind of look at each other. And then they stand up and they start heading up this staircase, like out. So you notice them specifically because they look at him, they look at each other, and then they get up and leave.
I will relay that information first to Luke.
Okay.
And then, is there another guard that's posted up around where they're headed out?
Not that you can see, because Sergeant Grand is currently... Sergeant Grand's still there. He sent people after the hooded figure.
I will also relay that information first to Sergeant Grand. And then, oh God. In how many of them? Said 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In one, let's say the one on the right.
Okay.
In their head, I'm just going to be like, hey, Lord, turn around, boo, boo! Just trying to scare them a little bit.
You see them immediately, like they start freaking out, and they look at the person next to them, and like
I'm
a
also
conversation
panicking,
ensues.
and then on the one and the other one, I'm just like, mom.
You see both of them like, what is happening? And in this time, Luke and both Luke and Sergeant Grand have gotten up to them and are like taking them away.
Man.
Amazing. So
Boo boo!
you can ask
just whatever noises I can make.
You can ask Sergeant Grand later what came of them, or Luke.
Okay.
All right, so the fighting performance from Navarre has ended, and the magician's performance from the Juno dynasty is beginning. The magician is trying to go out on the stage, but she can't wake up her assistant, who is passed out drunk. Does anyone do anything that is backstage when they see this? You don't have to. I'm just curious.
I would come up. I would go up.
Okay, we're supposed to be on the stage right now, and he's partying. I just don't know what to do.
I slap him, the assistant.
You. What do you want?
I turn back to the magician. How difficult is your performance, the assistant?
Oh, well, I mean, really, he just does what I tell him to do, as long as he's awake. Why?
Then I was just gonna perhaps volunteer. Someone else could take their place.
Yes, please. Here, I can help you. And she starts taking off your armor.
No, wait, hold on. Hold on.
No, what?
I can help, but I have to wear this armor. Fortunately, it's protocol.
But I... Fine, come with me. And she drags you out on stage, and Will, you see this magnificent Mavis, this woman who has long red hair that is beautiful and flowing, and like a classic like magician suit. Like what's her name from the superhero magician from
Zatanna.
Yeah, but like redhead and long hair. Like honestly, that's what she looks like. And then a little bit more color than the black and white scheme. And she comes out, and you see her dragging an Iron Guard soldier who looks pretty familiar.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're on stage. What are you doing?
I didn't think this through.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, hello and welcome to Magnificent Mavis's magical performance. Thank you for joining us. Juno Dynasty prides itself on being the home of the most powerful magic users in all of the Concordian Expanse, and I'm going to show you just a little bit of that today with my helpful assistant. What is your name?
Don't tell them your real name.
Jack.
Jack! Ladies and gentlemen, please. She comes over and she's going to take off your helmet.
No. No,
Sorry, I need
think
this
they
helmet.
need to see your face. I'm letting you wear the armor. Take off the helmet.
All right, fine.
She takes off the helmet. Oh! Well, ladies and gentlemen, my assistant, Eovald Blackhollow! And the audience goes
I've gotten some caramel popcorn in the middle of this, and I'm just like,
The audience goes crazy.
I bow.
Thank you so much, Sir Blackhollow. Please come over here. And she's going to start taking you through a magical performance, which we will check in on later.
Sweat.
While this is happening, yes, Luce.
I just as I see like Eovald coming out as the assistant, since I have eyes backstage anyway, I want to make sure that assistant, I think he really is drunk and passed out. But I just want to make sure that he like stays drunk and passed out and is not going to like get up and be sneaky.
Okay, yeah, he stays drunk and passed out. But good call. Good thing to keep your eye on. Pip, Sybil, are you guys doing anything in particular?
Making out.
So what? It's less of what I do and more of just like, I think it could be my calling, if that makes sense. And I think my family has a lot of history with this, and I just kind of want to make my own name for myself, you know? I'm sure you know, because your family as well.
Yes. Honestly,
that was a lot.
No, I think that's super refreshing. People at Pipplin and I, we usually talk to people who are hiding every single aspect of themselves behind platitudes of fakeness. So to hear you just kind of really lay it all out there, that's wonderful.
Oh, good. Because sometimes it feels like a lot to even me.
Well, I'm sure it is. I mean, I can't imagine. Well, actually, I can. You know, in a weird way, obviously it's not the same. I mean, your parents are adventuring party members, but Pip and I kind of get it. Having parents that just simply being born under them gives you expectations.
Yes. And I am so grateful to be in Crosshaven, specifically to get away from under the shadow. And now here we are with a group of people who are likenesses of the concerned citizens, and it's all just very bizarre to me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Is that accurate at all, what they look like?
No, the coat is awful.
Oh.
I actually have it back at the apartment.
Oh.
Maybe I could lend it to... No.
Maybe.
No, theater is a dangerous place for things you love.
Interesting. Pip, are you just kind of listening to this conversation, or?
Yeah, I think Pip is like, oh no, was this a good idea? Did I say the wrong thing? And has kind
Yeah.
of gone quiet and just observing of like,
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Well, I think that's why Pip and I became friends, is because of that mutual understanding of just wanting to be something different than one's family, you know? And that's how we got to be friends. Girlfriends. We're girlfriends.
Wonderful. She don't
That's
worry.
funny to say.
Yeah, of course it is. She told me that it's very new. All right, so it's I know that
Yes, it's very new.
It's weird
And
getting
we haven't
used
really
to
gotten
it.
to talk because she ran away.
Oh.
Okay.
That's my cue. She's going to give you both a hug and walk away from this conversation.
That I found the line, didn't I?
What?
I said too much.
I suppose I may have crossed it first. I thought the last time.
No, yes, we
Um,
said, we agreed. That's just the first time that I've ever heard it, because so much has happened, and then you left, and you weren't here, and then I built an entirely new companion, and you haven't even really met yet. And so there's just a lot.
Fair. That's very fair. It's also a lot I haven't filled you in on. But I don't know. I think
Should we go on
Says
another
the one-
date?
yes,
That was nice, and it was nice to just talk, just the two of us.
we should.
Away
Ye-
from-
Yes, please. Let's do that. I don't know when.
The fight
Um,
performance ends, and the acrobatic performance from Latania
Oh.
begins.
It's
Or sorry, it's the magic show. Never mind. We're gonna come back to that. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know when would be a good. Because there's a new thing happening that is kind of an urgent next thing after this thing. So,
for you or for all of us?
definitely for me, probably for the whole group.
Great. Love
Um,
it.
I'm sorry. I think I'm sorry I left.
No,
ran away,
no,
as
I
you said.
didn't mean to. I'm not upset. It was the first time where I was looking around for you and you weren't there.
Which means you could be
And
upset about that. I mean,
well, I didn't love it. Wasn't my favorite thing. But you have to do what you have to do, and I don't want to keep you from that. And all of this that's happening is a lot very quickly, and maybe it's just nice to sit with it for a while. I think that's okay.
definitely. And I want to hear what happened with Stanley and how that all came to be and what happened in the workshop and everything. Because I know we haven't had a chance to catch up on that either. So,
Okay, then it's a date. Let's whenever it happens, we'll figure it out.
and I would love to also tell you everything before I have to tell the whole group. So,
Ooh, yes. That feels fun.
While this is happening, on stage, Eovald is going through trials and tribulations. Eovald, I wasn't planning necessarily for this to happen, so I don't know what magic show she does. So, go ahead and roll a performance check for me at advantage because you are being helped by Magnificent Mavis.
22.
22. So with a 22, Eovald comes off as like a genuine, like charming cameo by this, like, because you're still Eovald, right? So you don't immediately like jump into like amazing performer, right? But it's like that moment where someone hosts SNL and you're like, oh wow, they're actually like they're funny. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like the athletes, right? It's like the athletes that are kind of funny, but they're still athletes and like not that charismatic. That's you. And so, but like it comes off really well. You get a lot of big laughs. some oohs and ahs. She like turns you invisible. At one point, she cuts you in half. At one point, she clones you, and like you just go along with it. You surprise yourself at like the witty remarks that you come up with off the cuff, and I think you have like a really good time out there. And she brings you back after you guys do your final bow, and she kind of looks at you. That was wonderful. I can't believe that. That was amazing. You did so good. You're a natural.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
I mean, that was wow. I mean, are you busy? Did you have a career change that you want? I mean, how committed to the Six of Swords are you? Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty committed, but I'm not gonna say there's not a chance.
Oh,
But
wonderful.
I mean, I think you should really think about the people that you do hire, because it's pretty unacceptable for an assistant like that to be drunk. And I just think
He's my brother.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to disown him.
Oh, no, I understand. I've disowned him many times, and this is definitely one of many. And absolutely no pressure. But I was going to, get a drink after the performance tonight, and didn't know if maybe you would want to join me.
I'm going to have to consult my schedule here, but that sounds nice. I might join you for that. Depends on what happens here, of course.
Oh, of course. I'm not from around here, so maybe you know of a place that we could go.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Vera's?
No, haven't.
All right. Well, I guess I'll meet you there and at 9.
Oh, well, it's a date.
Well, I guess we'll figure out if it's a date while we're there. I don't want to put labels on it immediately.
Oh, to be clear, I was asking you out on a date.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, then I accept. Guess it's a date.
Oh. Okay.
Great.
I've never had that interaction happen that way. But it's still a good result, so I'm confused as to why I don't feel okay.
Great.
Well, I'll see you there at 9.
Yeah, great job. That was great performance. So I guess I'll see you at our date.
Okay, wonderful. I am excited about it. She walks away. She walks away. All right, so after you is the acrobatics from Latania, which, I mean, you never would know this, but just because you deserve to know it, and those Navarian people, if you had not noticed them, would have sabotaged the acrobatic Latanian act, making someone fall and potentially hurt themselves horribly or die. But instead, because you did your jobs diligently, they went about it wonderfully. Now, are these really Navarian people? Who knows? That's something you'll have to follow up on after the event. But in the meantime, the acrobatics section is happening from Latania, and this is when all of you were instructed to meet Tack Zaber in the backstage area. So I'm assuming those who are in the backstage stay there, and I'm assuming, will you follow that plan and go backstage?
Yeah.
Okay. Luce, same for you. Maybe hop down in an area where you can become visible, not noticeably.
Yeah, I think Luce would probably try to be like the last one there to keep an eye on, like, bird's eye view as long as possible. But then,
yeah. So eventually you are all brought backstage. And while in the time it took you to happen, the acrobatic performance from Latania finishes, and the performers from the Iron Marsh Collective go out there, and their performance is very like stomp like. It's a musical performance, but like very like beat heavy and physical and
Blue Man Group.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, because they're a military. They're what's it called when the government is run by the military? I forget what that's called.
Martial
No, well, no, it's like it is like it's something archy. It's like some kind of
Yeah.
Oh, an
But it's like-
oligarchy?
yeah, maybe
No,
that.
that's
But,
rich.
but
No,
it's-
that's rich people.
the highest military leader is the leader of the Iron Marsh Collective. Is like what they run, and so like they're a very military heavy country, but and so like that's why this performance is like very like that. But it's very cool. Pip, yes, you had a question.
Is after we meet with Tax Saber, will there still be a moment to do something before?
Oh, for sure. You're gonna meet with Tax Saber. The plan that you were told is that you're gonna meet with Tax Saber, and he's gonna kind of tell you what to expect, and then he's gonna go out on stage, do a little sketch with the concerned citizens, and then he's gonna introduce you guys. You're gonna come out. He might ask you a few questions, and then you guys are gonna go off stage, and then he's gonna introduce the final act, which is
Okay.
your aunt.
So during the sketch, we'll have a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Okay, so Tax Saber is there with you all, an incredibly handsome, charismatic host. He is just kind of talking to you all. All right, so, this is something that I've done every year. We've had a late night with Tax Saber as an addition to the grand finale. People just they really like what I bring to the tournament. So yeah, they've kind of had me do this. So I'm just gonna go out there. I'm gonna do a little monologue on current events, and then I'm going to and then I'll introduce the concerned
Some observational
citizens. Yeah, then I'm gonna introduce the concerned citizens, talk to them, as one of the most famous adventuring parties in all of Akios history, and
But
and
that's
then
the people.
what?
Are they? He's interviewing the fake people as
Yes.
concerned citizens.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Oh man.
But it's like a sketch. It's like a planned
Yeah, yeah,
sketch.
yeah.
He's not
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
interviewing them. Yeah. And then after that, I might have a few quips here and there, but I'm going to introduce you guys, and then I might ask you just a couple questions about who you are, how you felt about the tournament, and that's pretty much it. The audience will celebrate you. You'll all get your rings, and then you'll be free to go. So, any questions? Dope. All right. The stage manager will get you when it's time. And he goes to the stage. And he walks outside.
Well, good job. That was a pretty impressive magician's assistant.
Yeah, I walked in at the end of that. That was, have you ever done that before? Was that a part of the plan? Did we all talk about this and I forgot?
No, that was definitely not part of the plan. I was nervous sweating throughout all of it.
Yeah, I just figured that, they come all this way for such an important performance, and the assistant is just drunk and unavailable. So I figured I'd give my services. I'm glad it went well. I've never done that before. Maybe I have a future in this kind of work, but it's not really, my specialty, so to speak. So I might probably gonna stick with the whole fighter thing.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sybil, you get a tap on your shoulder.
oh,
You turn around and you see the actress playing your mother.
oh boy.
And she says, hello, I just want to tell you that I am so incredibly honored to be playing your mother, and I am such a huge fan, and I grew up as a fan of Concerned Citizens, and I just to be able to play Avarna-Burroughs is such an honor.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
She heard Danny's impression of Heliana. It's like, I want to run with that.
Wow. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm excited to see the show. The scene.
I heard that this was a authentic garments that your mother has worn. That's what I heard.
Oh no. It's not.
Oh.
Uh,
Then the replica? Oh.
No, it's I'm so sorry. Can I just and can I start like fussing with her coat and like
Sure.
I want to take like a knife out and like cut a patch out and then like cast mending to like pull it together to like cut all
You know
the,
what?
like,
You know what I think would
really
be like
colorful.
that is definitely what you can do, but I think like what is funny is that like you spend a bunch of time. It's like the montage, right? Like a super quick montage
Yeah.
of you doing all this stuff, and then we cut back, and the coat looks like pretty much kind of the same, and you're just like, ugh, what do I do? And then it's that classic moment of like you take it and then you reverse it, and then it's like the
Yes,
reversible side is like this is
Yeah.
perfect. It's like that's what it is.
Yeah, I would do that. I would absolutely do that. And then
Amazing.
I would stand back and say, there, that's better.
It's like I can feel her in me. I can feel Eliana. I can feel. This is wonderful.
Yes.
All you need is a good
Yes.
costume to really get into character.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, daughter.
Oh, yes, mother. Did
Like
that
this.
help? Did that help? Was that helpful?
Was what helpful?
Oh, yes.
I'm getting into
Well-
character.
Yes. Good luck out there.
Oh, and you hear Tax Saber, the concerned citizens, and all of them go out onto the stage to a bunch of cheers and warm regards and welcome, and you see everybody waving. There is a fake cloud that is basically like a wooden platform on wheels with like a bunch of wool on it that the Danny character is like floating out on.
As if he just did that.
As if that's how Danny walked around. Specifically, the notoriously like good with his legs and feet Danny, who is like just not
And just
using them
running
at all.
the time. The gay fast walker.
Yeah, you
He's
see
not running. Everyone else is just slow.
you see that
Okay.
Emery's. You see
He's
that the
just
person.
gay.
You
He's
see
just
that
walking
the
places.
person playing Oliver walks like a knight. You see that the person playing Eliana like walks like a princess.
Oh my
You
God.
see that the person playing Emery is like sneaking around and like doing like
Oh.
somersaults and stuff like that. And you see that Rowena is floating in the air. But she just has stilts on with like mirrors at the bottom of it so that you can't see like the like bottom of the stilts.
That's crazy.
And this is in a world where magic exists, and they could have found people who do these things, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is the group that they chose.
Disadvantaged casting is still a thing in a fantasy world.
Exactly. So as that sketch starts, and as you have
Oh my god.
just like a minute or two before you're about to go on stage, we're going to go ahead and take a little bio break right
Whoa.
here. So we'll take a little break, stand up, stretch, get some water, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right
Okay.
back. All right, so Tack Zaber is out on stage with the concerned citizens. The sketch has ensued. You have about 2 to 3 minutes, 4 at the max, to do anything before you're announced. So, what would you like to do? Pip, you were the first one to ask, so maybe you'd like to start us off. Seems like you had some ideas.
Yeah, I would first whisper to Sybil, hey, so in the theater world, if you say good luck, that's actually bad luck. So if someone's going on stage, you don't say break a leg. Just, I know that from my aunt, and so it's
Don't
it's a
say
weird
good luck, I
superstitious
say break a
thing.
leg. Oh, I said it.
Right. Just for future. I'm sure it's fine for this
Okay.
one, for your fake mother. Just know in the future, and
Oh,
definitely don't say it
no.
to my aunt. She will, I think, have a breakdown if you tell her good luck.
Can I be totally honest about something really quickly?
Sure, of course.
I don't think I'll be saying anything to your aunt.
That is totally fine.
Thank you.
Honestly,
Thank
that's
you.
probably for the best.
Okay. Yes.
The other Sarah, the one you actually met, she's really the only one on that side of the family that I'm like super close to.
She's
I mean, I love them
lovely.
all, of course, and my cousins and aunt and uncle, but they all have their uniqueness, and Sarah's really the only one I feel like who is kind of understood me.
Yes, you guys get on well, it looks like.
Yes. Anyway.
Okay, well, break a leg.
Excellent. I'm going to try to find my aunt's pianist. Because what I think is, if it is a certain note, which is a high note that triggers everything, if I can convince him to, I don't know, take everything down a key or something, and say it's because Sarah's not feeling well and doesn't want to be embarrassed by not being able to hit a certain note.
Yes.
And then I tell
Yes.
Sarah that the magistrate has changed his mind and wants everything in a lower key, then maybe
Yes.
that she'll just never sing that note and everything will be fine. So I'm going to find Peter. I don't know who he is, so hopefully he's around, but that's my current plan.
Do you want me to go with you, or should I stay here?
Either way, if you want to keep looking around and seeing if you can, I don't know, find something else if you hadn't looked about.
Well, I do have a lot to tell you about this building. It is fascinating.
Oh. Okay.
Would I have seen anything while I was looking around that looked curious that I would have like wanted backup on or something?
Not with a 16?
Because we're looking
Or
for
a 14?
Are we looking not with a 14? Okay.
Nothing other than what I described to you. Like, you know, the areas and stuff like that. Like,
Yes.
But you didn't notice
Yes.
anything suspicious.
Okay, heard. I didn't
Perhaps
see
we
anything
could-
back here, so I think whatever is going to explode is. I didn't want to say it really loudly.
Well, of course not, but maybe we don't say it at all. Really softly.
Is that another thing?
No,
Don't say
that's
good
not
luck,
a
don't say
superstitious
good
thing.
luck.
Also,
Just
you
a
don't say
movie.
bomb in an airport.
Exactly. Just maybe. No.
I've heard that,
But
yes.
I think the things that you did call out as suspicious, like if someone, maybe Luke goes and checks under the stage, or send Sylvester too, because he's small and nimble or something. But those areas that you said
Sylvester
could
would
be
be
accessible.
best.
You want me to send Sylvester under the stage?
Yes.
Oh, Luke, hello.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying that you would ask him about.
Oh, yes, I was
You
saying
can.
that.
Yes.
Right now, we go over to Luke and we ask him.
Yeah, I can have him go look under the stage.
Just, Sybil noticed a couple spaces that are a little bit more hidden.
He's gonna
than we
roll.
did.
Actually, I'll roll it in the chat.
Ta-da,
Perception
boom.
perception check for Sylvester. It's +5.
And can
No, +4. Sorry.
can
Yes.
Luce fly?
Luce can fly.
Okay, that's who I thought. I would go over to Luce while you're going over to Luke, and I would say, Luce, can you fly up to the rafters and just keep an eye on things up there as well? There was a space specifically if somebody were to shoot something down or come down, they would be able to get through there. So if we have eyes on the sky, eyes on the ground, and then us right in the middle.
Sure. Luce can fly through her staff, which is charges, not spell slots, right?
Yes, and she did not use fly in the maze because she couldn't.
Okay. So yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Luce, you fly up onto the stage. Go ahead and roll a perception check very quickly. Sylvester comes back, and Luke says, he says it's dark under there. He didn't see anything. He says it smells like metal.
What kind of metal? Steel? Aluminium? Is how they say it?
I don't really know the difference in metals.
Ugh.
But he said he didn't see anything.
If it smells like metal, well, must be nothing.
And what was your perception check, Luce?
22.
Nice.
With the 22, Luce, you are very confident that there's no shenanigans in the rafters.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Anybody else? Will, Eovald, you guys doing anything in these 2 to 3 minutes? And Pip will come back to you and Peter.
I just did a sweep of the backstage, just one last to see any suspicious characters.
Okay. Are you looking for suspicious characters or suspicious things?
Characters at the people.
Okay, roll an insight check.
16.
16? You don't really notice anything bad, anything malicious, anything... I mean, you have your party members there. Sandra's still there with you guys. She's looking like a little nervous because it's getting close to that time. You see some performers there. Some of them have already left. That's what you see.
What was the magician's name again?
Magnificent Mavis. She's not there. And Will, what are you doing, my friend?
I think if Eovald's looking for suspicious people, I'm looking for suspicious things. If there's anything that's could potentially be hiding something not great.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. You sure this is just a... Yeah, okay. Why not? 17! Hey! 16 plus
17.
1.
With a 17, it's actually not super duper hard to look throughout this whole area because it is like relatively compact and it was just freshly made. And so it's not like stuff has like been here for like a long time or anything like that. So you sweep the area and you feel pretty confident that you don't find anything suspicious backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, in the backstage area, you don't think you find anything. All right, Pip, you go and find Peter, which we'll skip the part is how you know who that's Peter, but you find Peter.
Great.
And he's just kind of
at
like
the piano.
he's just kind of warming up his hands. Right. Okay.
Excuse me, Peter.
Yes. Hello. You are
Hello.
Pipplin, the fourth.
Yes, the fourth. Yes.
Wonderful. Nice to
The
meet you.
niece of Sarah. Yes, lovely to meet you as well. Cannot wait for the performance, but I do have a rather, and she like feigns like looking around, a rather sensitive request for you. I was just talking to my aunt, and she's feeling a little under the weather, and she's a little nervous about not being able to hit some of the higher notes in this song, and doesn't want to make this is of course a huge moment for her. She's been so excited about it, and I don't know enough about music to really convey exactly what she was asking. But is there a way to, I don't know, reduce the highness of the music?
She wants to lower the
Take it
key?
down? Yes, that's what she said. Yes, lower the key.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
The diva. The diva.
You know what? Yeah, I'll say roll it at advantage because Sarah is a diva.
Great.
And so this is pretty believable.
Ugh. For advantage, I have a plus 0, 12.
12. It's not that hard to convince the pianist of this. Because, like I said, Sarah's a diva. And so all right, are you sure that's what she wants? Lower the key.
Yes, lower the key.
All right, I will. Yes, I'll do it.
Okay, great. I'll go let her know right now that you'll do it. And I'm sure she'll be very happy. Again,
Okay.
she was starting to get a little nervous of not wanting to, crack or just the big stage.
I understand. It's just I'm going to have to redo my preparation. And you see him like, there's no piano in front of him. He puts his hands down and then he goes. And then you go and find Sarah, and you find her in the dressing room, and she's currently looking at herself in the mirror with her hands like this.
To knock softly on the door. Or
You may enter.
Aunt Sarah, may I have a quick word?
Oh,
I'm so sorry to interrupt your preparation.
She's doing that classic thing, and she's looking at you through the mirror. Oh, yes. What? Yes.
I'm so sorry. I was backstage just now, and the magistrate came whirling through, doing final preparations and checks And he mentioned that he was questioning the key that he chose. I know he was the one to. He said he chose the song, and now he was questioning whether it was the right key or if it should be a lower key, and he wanted to request a lower key for tonight. And said that he knows it was last minute, but knows that you're a professional and you will be able to make that adjustment with ease.
Why is he worried about the key? I can hit the notes.
I don't. He didn't really say. He whirled away to check on, I think, the sketch that's happening or something.
What? He's not. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. And I'm going to ask you to roll this one in the chat of doom.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's going to be at advantage because she doesn't know that you know about the magistrate telling her what to do. So, like, that right there makes it more believable. So that's helping you. This is going to be a DC 15 persuasion check.
Okay, I have a plus 0.
Okay.
So,
At advantage, let's see what you get.
2 d20s.
16!
16.
Yeah, 16, meaning it does succeed. So she says, Fine. Fine. I suppose that I will show them what I am capable of another day.
Of course. I mean, and I'm sure.
Please,
this will not be
Pipplin,
the
you've
first.
conveyed the information. You're my niece. I love you. I need a moment.
Of course. And last thing, as I go to leave, a thought that occurred to me. I'd like to give her a quick once-over to see if she is wearing any jewelry that looks like Arcanite.
You do not see any gem-like jewelry on her. She has she's gaudy as a person, but her style is very good. And so she does not have a bunch of jewelry. She has one wedding ring and one nice little simple chain necklace that she's currently wearing with a locket that she is always wearing. And so you don't notice anything other than that.
I think she's going to go out on a limb, kind of not hearing from any of her party members that they have found a gem somewhere, and say, oh, and he also mentioned that he hopes you enjoyed the gift that he gave you.
What?
Some good luck charm or a trinket?
What trinket? What gift?
I don't know. He just mentioned.
Is it something I'm supposed to wear on stage? I don't have it. I don't have it, Pipplin. What is it?
Okay.
Pipplin, what is it? I don't have it.
I will find out if there is something. Maybe I misheard him. I'm so sorry. I'll go find out.
Find Peter.
Okay. I'll let Peter know about the change as well.
You will?
You don't have to worry about that at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will let him know.
If there's a gift, find the gift.
I will. She scurries away.
All right. All right. I think with that amount of time, we cut to Tax Zaber because he has first of all the sketch has finished, and the concerned citizens come back in, and you hear Tax Zaber from the outside. Well, everyone, I know that this is a moment that we have been waiting for. This year was an amazing tournament of parties. Do you agree? Despite some ne'er-do-wells and some people who maybe thought that they could make the tournament about themselves, we still came together as not just a city, but as a kingdom's one and all, provinces together. We are here despite chaos. And so, I think it's time that we introduce the champions of such an important tournament, specifically this year. The Tournament of Parties is a tournament that tests the merit of individuals from all throughout the Concordian Expanse. But 6 individuals were found to be the top of the pack. The creme de la creme. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in congratulating the Tournament of Parties champions for the year 1638. 6 of Swords! The curtains pull open, you all walk out to a standing ovation. People start applauding, freaking out. They love it. You all go out onto the stage, and it's like one of those classic moments of like a full like 30 to 45 seconds of like straight up applause. And then eventually Tack kind of settles them down, and there are 6 chairs on the stage, and he gestures for you all to sit down.
Oh, we're doing a talk back? Oh, man. I didn't know.
And he looks at all of you, and he says, well, what a warm and wonderful welcome for the Six of Swords Adventuring Party. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on stage. Well, I guess first we should, although most of us know all of you, let's have you guys introduce yourselves so that we can meet the members of the Six of Swords. And he gestures to Luke, who happens to be sitting next to him, and Luke says, Luke through a jade hand. You hear some people, yeah. And then next to him is Luce.
Luce's last name.
Luce doesn't have a last name.
Then she just very casually steps forward and says, Luce.
And then next to Luce is Will.
Say my name. Yep.
Next to Will is Eovald.
My name's Jack.
Yeah, the crowd goes crazy. There's laughter.
Seriously, it's Able.
A couple of half-hearted chuckles. Next to you is Pip.
He gives her full Pipplin, Farweil, Duncurth the fourth.
Yeah. You see in the rich section, a little uncharacteristically, your father like half stands up and goes, whoo! And just like, sits back down.
Like resist is going, oh no.
And then next to you is Sybil.
I feel like Sybil would start to say her full name, and she'd go, Sybil. Sybil. All right. Six of Swords. Oh, where's your friend, the Norbit the Destroyer? We have Stanley now.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Okay.
Is he on stage with us?
I don't know. Is he? It's up to you.
He would have been following Luke around.
Oh, and her. So then he would have said, and of course, your companion, Norbit the Destroyer. Looking a little different these days.
Yes, he's new and improved, and he goes by Stanley.
Oh, all right. Well, we respect what name you chose. And Stanley just kind of bows. He asks, so this first question is kind of just, I just have a few questions for y'all. This first question, anybody can kind of answer, but what brought you guys together as an adventuring party?
I look at Will.
We were in a marketplace that got attacked, and serendipitously, we were all there at the same time.
I heard about this. This was an attack on the Brilliant Bazaar. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. And then everybody starts clapping. Truly, talk about some concerned citizens. Huh? Oh, boy. All right. 2 more questions for you. Next question. How did you guys feel about, how did you feel about the tournament? Was there ever a doubt in your mind? Was there a moment where you thought maybe it wouldn't be you? How'd you guys feel?
It was pretty easy.
Oh!
There were some amazing competitors out there. I wasn't sure, especially I think in the second round, things were looking difficult there for a second.
Oh, that's right. The Path of Redemption in round 2 put up quite a fight for you guys. They were definitely considered one of the favorites. Some would say that round was a bit of an upset.
Okay.
People are upset with us.
Oh, no. It just meant the Path of Redemption was the favored choice, but you won. Upset just means the unexpected happened.
Oh, good.
I love you, Sybil!
Oh,
Daniel.
Um,
Sit down, Daniel.
anybody else want to talk about the tournament?
It was well designed. It was a very unique.
Yeah, all the
Yes.
gimmicks were really cool.
I like those circles. The power circles. Those
Oh,
were
yes.
fun.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, let's give a round of applause to our game masters, huh? Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
I'd like to talk to them.
Okay, yeah, you can. I'm sure we can make that happen. All right, so last question for the Six of Swords. What's next?
We're going to go
Hey.
to Vera's.
And like
Everybody kind of laughs at you saying Vera's. Like, you're genuinely saying you're going to go to Vera's, but everyone's like, like, kinda
sponsored. Oh wait, no, we're sponsored by the Magic Shop. That's what we should
Oh,
say.
the magic shop.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more about magic. There's so many more resources here in Crosshaven that I
Hey,
know
that's-
about, so I'm excited to learn more about this great city and what it has to offer.
Hey, did you hear that, Institute kids? Huh? You might see Wilhelm Winterthorne walking around campus someday, huh? All right, yeah. Well, we certainly do wish you the best. Also wish you the best in next year's tournament, okay? So thank you so much. And can we get another round of applause for the Six of Swords? Yeah! And everybody starts applauding and cheering. And then, like, under his breath so that like the audience can't hear, but you guys can hear. All right, you guys can go.
Thank you.
And you slowly make your way to the back of the stage, or quickly, and the curtains open, and you hear Tack begin to comment on that situation / start his introduction for the last act, where he's kind of giving a similar speech to what Counselor Mira Glintville gave, just as far as like what this represents and everything like that. And then Sarah makes her way to the curtain, and the curtains open, and she steps out onto the stage to begin her song. Where do all of you go? Or what do you do? Anything? I mean, you might have stopped what you stopped with some of the stuff that you stopped outside, you know, so.
I think Pip is now like concerned about her aunt being the center of all of this, and kind of finds that spot just in the wing to just like watch her, to try to do something if something like it is centered around her and she's in danger.
Yeah, okay. So that's what Pipplin's doing. Luce, what about you?
I think Luce would like as kind of subtly as possible, like join the audience, but still try to join like she was sitting on the wall here, but like join the audience kind of over here, so that there's still a little bit of a view.
Yeah,
Thing.
totally.
Be able to watch the performance and the audience at the same time.
Cool. Will?
I think I'm kind of going back into the audience, but really, instead of being like in the stands, probably more towards one of the exits, maybe
Okay.
about there.
Okay.
Again, like if anything happens, I'm still on guard. I don't feel that this is over at all.
Okay. What about you, Eovald?
I'm also probably next to Pip on the wings.
Okay.
Watching.
All right. And then lastly, Sybil.
Same. I would be staying and supporting, maybe not Sarah, but Pipplin.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Let me do something real quick.
I do.
What's up?
Let me make sure. Never mind. Oh, here it is. I was like, I had a new. No, never mind. It's only a minute.
LOL. Okay.
Sorry.
No,
thanks.
you're good. I'm just messing with you. Let me look up something here real quick. And that is... What language is that? Do any of you speak Abyssal?
No, why?
Nope.
Okay. No reason. All right.
Cool.
So,
The most normal of languages, abyssal.
yeah, exactly. I don't know why you would speak abyssal, but all right. So the song continues. First of all, it is lower to key. None of you would know that, maybe, except for Luce, I guess. But it is a
Sounds like a lower key.
it's a beautiful song, beautifully written, and it's beautifully sung by Sarah. She does a great job singing this song. It is a song about
A girl named Lucky.
she's a star, and she cries,
But
cries with her lonely
Yes.
heart.
Christ.
No, it is about it's a metaphorical, it didn't really happen, but it's a metaphorical song about two soldiers from warring kingdoms in the middle of a field throwing down their arms and joining together, kind of a representation of the Concordian Expanse. And it's a song about choosing to compromise and change yourself for the betterment of others and embrace change and stuff like that. And it's a beautiful song, like I said. And she sings throughout the song. And there's a couple of times that she hits a high note that all of you are like, and then towards the end of the song, during the bridge, there is a build-up of tension and fast music, and you see the emotion pouring out of her, and she hits a note that's the highest note that you've heard in the song, and she holds it out for measure after measure. And then the note changes, and she continues the phrase, and the bridge wraps up, and the chorus comes back in. And she sings the chorus once, sings the chorus a final time, before the song slowly comes to an end. And the final note is played. And the audience erupts in applause. I need Sybil and Eovald and Pipplin to roll perception checks for me.
Ah,
it's just a check. Nothing's exploded.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I really
that a
thought he was going to be like,
perception?
make a dexterity saving throw.
I was paying attention.
I got a 19.
19?
I got a 3.
3?
I got a 25.
25.
I would like to think that for a minute, Sybil is just like, oh no, Sarah's good. And I'm just like in it. I'm like,
I also think that Pipplin has had like a death grip on your hand, and so you're
Yeah.
probably, like, like when it hits the bridge, especially.
Yeah.
Pipplin, as you are listening to this, the song ends and the applause begins, and you're sitting there, and it hits you how you've done it. This is the high note has gone off, and everything is fine, and you're looking
Okay,
around the
this.
room, and towards the back of the room you see a pile of armor on the ground. It's a pile of Iron Guard armor that is lying on the ground. And then you look at the entrance of the backstage, and you see a figure, just as they turn the corner and walk away, of a small, slender woman with short black hair. who kind of turns just before passing the corner. And you see that she has a stone in her hand. And she makes eye contact with you. And you see the face of Sandra Kane. And she clicks the stone.
Captain, what are you doing?
The stage explodes. A bomb underneath the stage ignites in a blue blast of arcane energy. People in the first 2 rows are sent flying back. Debris hits them. Wood and metal goes flying everywhere. There is blood and smoke and destruction all around you. And chaos breaks out as people start freaking out and running out of the theater, running away from things. What do you do?
I will run out. I don't see the captain, I assume, since my...
Yeah.
So I would run out on the stage and try to save Sarah or anybody out there.
You run out onto the stage. There is a massive 15-foot wide hole in the center of the stage. The rest of the stage is currently smoldering or on active fire. You do not see Sarah Farweil anywhere. And you just see several dead bodies in the first couple rows of the audience. A bunch of other people who are injured, but you do not see Sarah.
I don't see any parts of her or...
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Dirty 20.
You see a limb.
Ooh.
Okay, great. I am going to hop down to the front row, and anyone that's alive, noticeably alive, just help them out of the blast areas.
Okay.
Radius.
While you are doing that, anybody else doing anything in particular?
With my wisdom and intelligence being relatively high,
Mm-hmm.
could I have think that my aunt would have survived that if the blast was basically directly under her?
No.
Then Pipplin uses a bonus action to activate her necrotic shroud.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna chase after the captain.
Okay. All right. So you start running after the captain. Yes.
And Luce just is sort of just like trying to help people get out of the way. But if I see Pip run, can I
You
like
wouldn't,
give her
because you said
inspiration?
that you were in the audience and she was backstage.
Oh, she was backstage, right? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
But Luce is just like trying to help people get out of the way.
Of course. Yeah. So Pip starts running after the captain. Sybil, you're right next to Pip. So what do? You see the dark, bony, black, dead wings of an angel.
Oh, lovely. Nice.
Sprout out of Pipplin's back. Her eyes completely go black as she then sprints out of the room, not saying a word to you. What do you do?
Oh, she's probably fine because she's a scary angel. I checked under there. We went under there. Sylvester didn't see anything, so I want to go.
See anything.
I know he smelled the metal, and I thought about it. Sybil's so mad that she missed it, so as things start to like simmer down, can I go to the hole and see if I can like how far down is it?
How far down is what? Sorry.
Like the
Oh, it's just like a 4-foot rise.
Like I could drop down there and
Yeah.
start looking around.
Mhm.
I just want to see if there's like residue or like any sort of like, well, I guess I could ask, would I know that this was arcanonite?
With the color of the explosion and the familiarity you've had with it recently, yes.
Yeah, oh, fuck me. Okay. I want to go and see if I can find any shards, like Will
Okay.
found after the first chaos explosion. So yeah, I'll go down there and start investigating that, see if I can see shards and like how they housed it.
Okay,
If there's any like shrapnel on how they housed it.
sure. Will, what do you do?
I'm instantly kind of panicking because I'm in the stands.
And
I know
people
that
are
there
running
people-
at you, over you. Yeah.
Yeah. That in combination with wanting to know what's going on, we're in an outdoor open space. I think in the moment, my eyes flash blue, and I'm going to, for the first time, lift myself up telekinetically and cast fly on myself.
Amazing.
Incredible.
So you,
Which, I think more is just him like being able to telekinetically like
Yeah,
do
I
that
love
rather
that.
than like
yeah. So, it like instead of like it looking like you're rising up and flying, like there is some kind of like
there's like a blue aura
and there's like a
that's normally-
tension to it, right? There's like a
Yeah.
focus on it, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Ugh," you like rise. Excuse me, you rise up. And then what are you doing as you rise up? Are you looking for anything?
Oh, I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of heights. I'm facing my fear. I'm facing my fear of heights. I'm facing my fear of heights by flying. This is okay.
Hilarious.
And then I guess I'm kind of looking. I'm going up far enough that I could maybe see if anyone was escaping, like towards the back.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check at advantage from your height.
Okay. Ooh, not good. That's also bad. Can I use my EM inspiration to roll again?
Hey, you sure can.
Hey, finally. Oh, much better. 21.
21, definitely. But the 21, it's pretty easy to spot the black skeletal wings of Pipplin. And so you see Pipplin running after a figure that, with a 21, I will say you recognize pretty immediately as Sandra Kane. And so you see her running after that figure. You, I'm assuming, book it after her. And because
Oh, this is so fast!
I was about to say, flying the spell is 60 feet.
60
right?
feet,
Yeah, so
yeah.
you're like, vroom. So we'll come back to that. Eovald, you're helping people. Eovald, go ahead and roll 2 things for me. A perception check and a medicine check.
This better not screw up my date later.
Yeah, I'm sure that's still going as planned.
All right, perception check is 15.
Okay.
Medicine check is 16.
Okay. So, Eovald, as you're helping people, first of all, roll a d6 for me.
2.
2. You actively save the lives of 2 people. Like 2 people who would have genuinely died if you did not come up to them and save them by various means. Either one of them was like crushed by something, the other one had like a wound that was bleeding profusely that you stopped, but you help people up and you're like quickly, like there's some people you help really very quickly, but there's 2 people you spend a good chunk of time on and you genuinely save their lives. There's also another person whose life you save. Because there was a person who I said was sitting very close to the stage who whooped when his daughter was announced.
Oh no.
This dude's had a rough day.
But luckily, Eovald rolled a perception check high enough to find Richard Gareth Zollring,
Oh,
and a medicine check high enough to save his life.
Good God.
So, Eovald, you find Richard Gareth Zollring with a piece of the stage in his abdomen.
Ooh.
And you are able to, I mean, you've not necessarily been in war, but you've been in many combat situations. You've seen many combat wounds. You've seen shrapnel inside bodies. You know that usually you don't want to remove these, but he's losing so much blood anyway that it doesn't matter. So you safely remove the wood without doing any more harm. You get his bandages wrapped, but the main thing that you do, if you're okay with me saying this, is that you pick him up and sprint him to the nearest healer. So you pick him up and start sprinting him out of the stage, like bumping people, getting him there. You know who this is. You've met him. You know that he needs it. And so you sprint him to the back of the stage, or to the back of the audience, to a nearby healer. So, amazing job, Eovald. Angie, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Yes.
And I'll say with your recent, at advantage with your recent inquiries into Arcanonite.
Yay. 23.
23. With the 23, not only do you find 2 shards of Arcanonite that are about like toothpick, but a little bit thicker in size.
Mm-hmm.
You also find, just so conveniently, isn't it always nice when the bomb casing is still intact enough that you can see like the logo of the bad guy?
Yeah.
So you see a casing that was holding what looks like a space sizable enough to hold an Arcanonite gem.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice 3 things on this casing. One is the symbol of the orchestra. 2 is a broken rune of invisibility, meaning this casing was invisible, and that's why you couldn't see anything. And 3, a simple, simple to you guys / this world, but like complicated to but a rune of fireball that seemed to have a remote trigger access to it. But what you genuinely notice with this 23, more than that, all that mechanical stuff, is the narrative that whoever's crafting this is good. Like, your level or better artificer. Like, they are really good at folding Arcanonite into items.
Okay.
And that's definitely, like, that's a rare thing, for sure. Like that's a point of note. There's not many people who would be able to do this, right? So, you don't know anybody who would be able to do this off the top of your head, but it is almost comforting to know that the list can't be long, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely the things that you notice with your investigation check. But we're gonna get back to the. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I ask one question?
Of course, yeah.
With that, and knowing that there was the casing, and then that there was a rune of fireball, which I'm assuming the detonator activates the rune. The rune casts fireball. Fireball explodes the Arcanonite.
Mm-hmm. That's what. Yep. That's a.
Do I get a sense that was the backup plan, or was something in the high note detonating the fireball, or like how is that related? Would I get anything?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Thank you for knowing what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1, so I found what I...
Okay. Well, this is what I'll say though. There is nothing in this device that you find that would be triggered by an auditory signal.
Okay, so this was backup plan, probably.
Yes, or
okay.
A fake plan was given the other time, but you don't know.
So it would not have mattered. Okay, yeah, cool.
Um,
I collect all the little bits and put them in my satchel, and
Yes.
I take a little vial for the Arcanonite to keep it safe.
And you look up, and even though you didn't know it the whole time, Stanley was just like standing over the hole, like,
Yeah.
Just like
Thank you,
ready.
Stanley. Thank you. Look,
Of course,
we've
yes.
got big discoveries. Let's go help.
And you and we'll cut back to the action of Pipplin and Will. So Pipplin and Will, both of you. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. She's trying to run away and hide, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are chasing her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Famously.
there's going to be a bunch of rolls in the chat of doom right now, and the first one's going to be mine, and it's going to be a stealth check from her.
Nice.
And then you guys are going to roll perception checks. Pipplin, you're going to roll just a regular one, but Will, since you're high, you're going to roll 2. At advantage, sorry, is what I meant to say. You're not going to roll 2 perception checks. All right. And just because, I really want the fates to be involved, that's why we're going to do this all in the chat of doom. So,
Yep.
she has a +6 to her stealth check.
God.
Jeez.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's a 13 + 6 is 19. So, Pipplin, you go first with your perception check.
Okay.
10
I
plus?
have a +7.
Oh, so close. But unfortunately, not enough. Will, what do you have to your perception before you roll?
+3.
Roll one at a time for us, will you?
Okay.
Oh, right there, you get it. Okay. So,
God.
but go ahead and roll again to see if you get a nat 20.
I need to believe in myself more.
Yeah, you should. You should. Go ahead and roll again to see if you get a nat 20. Maybe you get something special.
I didn't.
Okay, you didn't, but you did get a dirty 20. And so you fully watch Captain Sandra Kane lose Pip. But she doesn't know that she has a pursuer from the air. And so you are able to, she's like running in throughout some alleyways. And so you are able to pinpoint exactly where she's going. You, if you want to, I'm assuming you do, but I don't want to make a decision for you, are able to mentally tell Pip, like, hey, go left. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have. Once I see Pip is not on her anymore, I would have mentally corrected.
But you're fast enough that if you want to, you can either catch her, or you can like cut her off and like surprise her, or you can do what you've got an eye on her and you're flying. So what do you do?
So she's going through alleyways, right?
Yeah, she's just like.
Okay, if it's like, I'll tell Pip like, hey, this is where we're going. Here's this alleyway, this alleyway. If it's getting to like let's say like my only frame of reference is like the battle map that we did when we were
Like a T section?
Yeah, T section. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I see her running there, I'm going to I'm just wasting all my spells. As I land,
Okay.
because these are both concentration spells.
Okay.
Okay, this is a crazy thing.
Do it.
I'm going to open a gateway to the far realm, a region infested. I'm opening a Terran reality, and casting Hunger of Hadar. At the
Shit.
end of I don't think I really understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I feel I can just feel the intrinsic ties to magic that are in me, remembering that I am my own spell book, and I just kind of reach out and open up a split in reality at the end where I think this like dark void opens up and it like has creepy whispers and things like, I think it's more like ghosty spookiness than like gross tentacle.
Yeah, for sure. So it's like instead of like a bunch of tentacles that come out, it's like this black void opens up, and it's almost like the black void itself is like the darkness extends and reaches towards her, because this is she needs to roll a dex save, right? Is that what this is?
If she goes into it, I was doing it kind of ahead of her. It's a 20-foot radius, sphere of darkness. It's difficult terrain, filled with strange whispers, which can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area.
Ooh.
If you go inside of it, you're blinded. Any creature that starts its turn in that area takes 2d6 cold damage, and if you end your turn there, you have to take make a throw or take acid damage.
Okay,
as
and then
well.
where are you landing is for, like with her and like between
If
like
that's like behind, if that's in front of her as she's
Mhm.
going, I think I just land behind her.
Yep. Okay.
And then hoping that like
She'll stop and turn
Pip-
around.
Yeah, and then Pip can
Come up behind
access through the third.
Okay, yeah. So Sunny, I will say Pip is able to also kind of like follow Will and lead you to where you're going. And then Pip, what were you gonna do?
I was going to, as soon as I have eyes on her, knowing that I probably am too slow to actually physically catch up with her, and I'm out of spell slots to do a Misty Step. I was not expecting this spell to happen so fast because I was only going to cast it if I was in my necrotic shroud and angry and sad. So, for
You're still in your
level-
necrotic shroud.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm casting the spell.
Oh, okay. I
For
see what you're saying. I
the
see what you're saying.
new spells that I had being learned by Pip,
Yeah.
with conjuration, was like conjuring something to help her fight since she can't fight, but maybe she can conjure something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had her learn summon lesser demons
Ooh.
to use in this situation, but not until then. So as soon as she sees that, her like instinct is to send something there to stop her or attack her. So she's going to cast where Sandra is standing, summon lesser demons.
Okay.
Nice.
So, okay, wait, I love this. So this is what we're gonna do. So first of all, which one are you choosing?
It's random. So
Oh, it's the D6. Okay,
roll
sorry.
a d6, and then you choose the demons that go along with
I know I choose the demons. I didn't know which of the things you were choosing, but yeah, go ahead and roll a D6 for me. You roll it.
It's a 4, so 4.
Okay.
4 demons.
Let me pull up this real quick.
Nasty.
Sorry, I meant to give you a
My
heads up that
girlfriend's
could be a thing, but I also
nasty.
didn't expect it to be a thing
You're
this
good.
session.
You're so good. 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Demons.
Great. This is great.
Is it great?
It's great.
How great is it?
How great is that?
How great is
Garten.
that? Oh, how great.
Anyone else just bust out a barefoot Contessa impression just every once in a while when you're at home? No?
Classic.
Okay.
No.
No, but I do. We have to like do this thing at work where we like give
Sorry, guys.
overrides to people for like money stuff, and anytime anyone asks for one in the chat, I do go, well, yes. Well, no.
Of course.
Well,
Tokyo, Tony. Well, kind of, sort of.
Well, yes.
You can do all three. It's first, well, yes, and then it's, well, no, and then it's, well, sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of.
Well,
I'll do
maybe.
that one tomorrow. Well,
Sorry, guys. Hold on just a second. I'm having a little trouble here.
he's finding his
All good.
demons. Zach's
Yeah,
finding his
I
inner
spurred
demons.
this on you, so. Surprise, demons.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Demon surprise. My favorite dessert.
Yeah.
What
way
would be
better
in
than fruit
what
cake.
would be in a demon surprise?
Chocolate, cause the devil's food cake. Probably some like really tart, delicious like cherries.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, some sort
a
of red syrup.
Yeah, red
I was
syrup.
thinking of like a cinnamon thing, like a
Ooh.
because you know people like will use cinnamon in terms of like Fireball is just like cinnamon.
Yeah.
Based.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's smart. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just devil's food cake with fireball in it.
Ugh,
Demon surprise!
just like soaked in Fireball. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. A fruit cake soaked in fireball made
Like
with
tre-
devil's
like
food
Tre
cake.
Leche, but
It's
instead of
surprising,
milk,
for sure.
you're soaking it in
Not
Fireball.
Christmas, but Fireball.
That's
Ugh.
that's
It's
tough. That's
it's,
real tough.
Tiramisu, soaked in fireball, lady fingers,
Wow.
dark chocolate lady fingers, with like a pecan kind of like bunch of different like nuts
That's
all crushed up
nasty.
over the top because
Ugh.
you never know if you're allergic to any of them. So that's the demon also.
Wow.
That's also the demon.
For our future cookbook one day,
I know, truly.
there's a recipe.
Now I just
A
want
Buffy
to
cookbook
take-
just got released this week, actually.
Oh, don't even with me.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so because Will kind of makes a tear in reality, and because
Normal. That's fine.
Summon Lesser Demons describes it as creatures coming out of the abyss,
Oh,
I think what
shit.
happens is Will tears this hole in reality. She kind of stops and stares and looks at it, and she sees the darkness, and it's kind of like making its way towards her, and she backs up, and she turns and looks, and right at that time she sees Will, and she sees Pipplin turn the corner, and Pipplin has that necrotic shroud around her, and you cast that spell, and from out of that terror and reality, these shadows, these four shadows come out and start to grab her. I need you both to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh shit.
The shadows will go on your turn.
Okay.
This is crazy.
This is horrific.
Oh.
Girl, that's crazy.
Nice. Please tell me you rolled well.
I did.
Okay,
Well,
good.
I have a -1, but I rolled well.
Well, it's better than me.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. They're not going to go on your turn. I'm going to roll initiative for them.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Sorry. All right. What is your initiative, Will?
6.
And what is your initiative, Pip?
16.
Okay. So, Pip, you are going to start us off. You see, they haven't actually caused her any damage yet, but you see these shadows like reach out and start to grab at Sandra. You see her like eyes wide looking at you. What would you like to do?
I would like to walk close enough that she has to make her save to be afeared of me or not.
Okay. And that is a wisdom save.
That is a where'd you go? A charisma save.
Okay. Charisma save. 7.
Okay, so she is frightened of me.
She looks at you. You see her eyes go wide as she becomes afeared. You keep walking towards her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna stay just 10 feet away from her to keep that afeared. But once I get to that point, I'm going to... Is summoning lesser demons my last turn, or are we counting that kind of on this round?
No, that was you. That was your like you're
Okay.
have all your stuff right now.
Then I'm going to hold a ice knife
Okay.
spell until after the shadows have a chance to attack her, since it'll explode and hurt them. I don't want to accidentally kill them before they can attack her.
Okay, gotcha. It is now the shadow's turn. So she is going to get 4 attacks on her.
Nice.
Here, you know what? For
What?
the sake of this, I'm gonna roll all this stuff in the chat.
Nice.
So, she has an AC of 13. And they have a +4 to their attacks. So let's see.
Okay.
1 hits, 2 misses, 3 hits, 4 hits.
Hey!
So she gets 3 hits,
Not bad.
which is going to be a grand total of 66 plus 6 necrotic damage. I rolled 60-20, my
I was
bad.
like, whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, 22, so 28 points of necrotic damage
Oof.
Wow.
given to her. As you see her veins start to darken and her eyes start to become bloodshot as this necrotic damage goes through her as these shadows touch her. All right, and then all right, that is the end of their turn. So you can have your action if you would like.
Cool. I just rolled to hit for a dirty 20.
Nice, that definitely hits.
So she first off takes max 10 points of piercing damage,
Oof, nice.
plus 3 necrotic for my necrotic shroud.
Hold on just a second. There's something I need to look at. Oh, hey, well. Okay.
Kind of sounded like you were starting that like Pure Mood CD commercial.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I'll post it in the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so 10 points of piercing,
3 in necrotic.
3 necrotic, and then she'll have to make a dex save for the cold damage, as will all the shadows.
Okay, so she has a +2 to her dex save. That's an 18.
Damn. Okay, so she saves.
Okay, now the 4 shadows will roll. Their dex saves are also +2. So, 1 saves, 2 saves, 3 fails, 4 saves? 17?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 takes the damage.
Okay. Sorry to that one.
That one's gonna get made fun of so hard when they get back to the realm.
Of course, I rolled so high. 17 points of cold damage.
All right, you see that cold damage does not do as much damage to the shadow as you expected it to do.
Beautiful.
So 17 is halved to 8. All right, it is now. What'd you get on yours, Will?
6.
It's your turn.
Oh shit! All right, flop. I am going to use my bonus action to activate my innate sorcery here.
Okay.
I am going to cast Toll the Dead out on her. So, wisdom saving throw, please, of 16.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm rolling on the chat. She has a +1. Oh, it was a natural 20.
Well,
Ah!
all right,
Sorry.
it's fine. It's just a cantrip.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna just like back up like 10 feet just to give myself a little bit more distance between me and her.
Okay.
But yeah, that's gonna be it.
All right. You see Sandra kind of like take all this damage, and she looks up at you two. You see her start to growl, and her form shifts into a tiger humanoid form as it is revealed that she is a were-tiger.
Oh,
And she
okay.
looks at the two of you and growls and roars, and she is going to attack 2 of the shadows next to her.
Part of
She-
these crimson guys.
She gets a +5 to these attacks. She's going to attack 2 individually. That's a 16, which hits, and that's a 7, which misses. So the one that she hits is going to take... she pulls out a scimitar. Is going to take 8 points of damage. And you know what? We'll say that that's the shadow that had already gotten damage, so that shadow is gone. But that was her 2 attacks and her transformation, so that is the end of her turn. Sybil, you're up.
Sybil or Pipplin?
Sorry, Pip. Sybil's not there.
I was like, I didn't roll initiative.
We all do it.
That's the way of the gays.
It is.
All right. I'm gonna just keep, because it's one of my only spells that I can now. keep trying. Yeah. I'll keep trying ice knife. So now just a level 1 ice knife.
Okay.
But that's still a 23 to hit. No.
Hits.
Yes, 23 to hit.
Hits.
So it is then 7 piercing plus 3 necrotic.
Okay.
And a dex save.
I mean, she's definitely, like, she's taking some hurts. Her dex is +2. That is a natural 20.
Boo!
Sorry. But the shadows will now roll.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs is also +2. That's a failure, a success, and a failure.
Okay.
Wats.
They both take 10 points of cold.
10 halved to 5. So they get take a little bit of damage, but they're still standing. All right, it is now their turn as they are going to attack Sandra. They get a +4 to this. So, hit, miss. All right, so 2 hits on her for a total of 46 plus 4. Gosh, why do I keep doing that? 16 points of damage.
Nice.
She's taking some damage for sure. All right, Will, you're up, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna try a sorceress burst.
Okay.
Beat him.
Does a 19 on the die plus 7.
Yay, that definitely hits.
So now this is 2d8, and
Woo!
if either one of them is an 8, I get to roll another 8.
Nice.
Oh! So close, but no. So yeah, 14 points. I'm gonna say psychic damage. Why not?
She is now definitely bloodied, and looking rough. You see
Sick.
blood starting to mat parts of her fur. Yeah, she's not looking great based on where she started. But anything else for you?
No, I think it's gonna be it.
Okay. She is going to...
Wait, I'm so sorry. Could I use my bonus action to spend 2 sorcery points and do a quicken spell? Because Sorcerer's Burst is a cantrip.
Nice.
Yeah. Of course you can.
And then I'm going to follow that up with a Chaos Bolt. First level.
All right.
17.
17 hits.
Nice. I think the way that this works is like I shoot one of the Sorceress Bursts off at her, and then I like telekinetically like shift, and then like it rebounds and like comes back like a boomerang to hit her again.
Nice. What's the damage on that one?
This is going to be 2d8 plus 1d6. Ooh, okay. Well, I thought it was great. It's just okay. 9 points of, let's say lightning.
Okay, yeah, you hit her, and she is mad and not looking good.
Well, that's her fault.
It is her fault.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you do, my friend?
That's all I can do.
Okay. I mean, she's gonna... Shoosh. Man.
What?
She's going to continue to fight the shadows. So she's going to swing at them twice. So there's 3 more left. She's going to swing at the 2 that are hurt, because that makes sense. She gets a +5 to this. That's a hit. And that's a hit. Dealing 1d6 plus 3 on each. Oosh. So that's 4. And that is 7. All right, but they are still standing. those shadows. Okay, that's the end of her turn. We're back up to you, Pip.
I'm gonna do the same thing, but wait for the shadows to attack. Now that they're getting pretty hurt, I don't want to.
Because you're going to hold your action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold another ice knife.
Okay, so they will attack her. They get a +4 to this. 3 of them. Hit. Hit. Miss. So 2 of them hit for a total of 4d6 plus 4. Oh, man. 3 ones. It's a total of 9 points of damage. She's still looking hurt, though. All right, that is the end of their turn. You can now roll.
Okay. It's a 19 on the die for the knife. Boo. 1 piercing damage, and then 3 necrotic. And a dex save.
All right, so it's +5, or +2 on the dex save. Fail.
Ooh, fine.
Nice.
Ugh, I rolled so low. 4 points of cold damage. Ugh.
Takes the full brunt of it, though. All right, that is the end of your held action. Will, you are up.
I think I'm gonna just try and cast Toll the Dead again.
Okay, that is a what
Wisdom.
save? Wisdom. This is +0. That's a 16.
Fucking kidding me.
Sorry, my friend.
Ah,
Anything
It's
for a bonus
fine.
action?
no, I got nothing.
All right, so at the end of your turn, it is now her turn. I mean, she's gonna try to fight off these. She's gonna try to fight off these shadows. +5. That's a miss, and that is a 13. That is a hit on one of them. So 1d6 plus 3. All right, one of the shadows is now down. There's only 2 shadows left. One of them unhurt. One of them hurt. That is the end of her turn. Pip, you're up.
Same thing. Holding my last spell slot.
Okay, you're holding it. She's gonna roll, or the shadows are now gonna attack her with a +4 each. That's a hit, and that is a hit. For a total of 4d6 plus 4. 18 plus 4 is 22.
Wow.
She had 21 hit points left.
Oh!
So you see these shadows, just like envelop around her and strangle her, and she falls to the ground unconscious. That is the end of the shadows' turn. It is now your turn, Will.
She's down?
She is down, yeah.
Are you okay? Not her, you, Pip.
Pip's staring at the body. It has no
Okay. Okay. Do you have any way of reaching Sybil?
He's not
Pip.
responding.
All right, that's what you spend your turn doing. Pip, it is now your turn.
Hey, look at me. Look at me.
It's Pip's turn. Pip, your turn.
I walk up because I know what you're waiting for, and I don't think Pip knows.
I know.
So I walk up to look at the dead body.
She's just knocked out.
Is she dead or knocked out?
Knocked out.
Okay.
Also, she reverted back to her human form, sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this up to the dice of if she can resist the necrotic badness taking over her brain right now. So we'll make this a con save. That's a 17, yeah. Okay, so she's not gonna go for a killing blow. But I'm gonna say spends her turn resisting that killing blow.
Okay.
And just with the shadows staring at the body of this person that killed her aunt.
All right. The 2 shadows being summoned by you, but not controlled by you, and hostile towards you, are now...
Oh.
Because the shadows are hostile towards everyone. So they are now
Oh.
going to attack you. Sybil?
Pipplin.
That's a or Pipplin. That's a 12, and that's a 18.
1 hits.
1 hits for 2d6 plus 2. That is 7 points of necrotic damage to you, which you are resistant to.
I'm resistant to, so 3 points.
So you will see that the shadows start attacking Pip. And now it is your turn again.
You don't control them?
I think now she's coming to, and she's like, I guess not.
I'll just mind sliver at one of them, so an intelligence saving throw from them.
Okay. There's no way this is good. Yeah, intelligence -2. And they rolled a natural 1.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say with a natural 1, the one that was hurt because it had 4 hit points. It's a natural 1. You like explode. that creature is like.
Sorry. Okay. Still getting used to things. Okay.
All right. So that was your action. Any bonus?
Yeah, that's
action
good. That's
for you?
all I can really do. No.
Okay. All right, Pip, you are up. You now realize that you're being attacked.
I'm going to end concentration on the spell, which ends the spell, which should dissipate them.
No.
If I am understanding it correct.
I don't think so. Let me make sure I'm reading it right too. You utter 4 words, summoning demons from the chaos. Roll on the table. The DM chooses the demons. A summoned demon disappears when it drops to hit points or when the spell ends. Okay, so yes. The demons are hostile to all creatures, including you. Roll initiative. The demons pursue attack. That's part of casting spell. You can form a circle. Yeah, and yeah, you'll know that for the next time. The circle part.
Yep.
But yeah, no. With the language, it says or until the spell ends, and ending the concentration will end the spell. And so yes, you in the concentration. Is your spell concentration too, Will?
Yeah.
Okay, so you in this concentration, and you see the shadows who are like trying to wrap themselves around Pipplin. They get sucked back into that abyss of yours and are gone, and we are out of combat.
I think with the dropping of concentration on the spell, she also drops the necrotic shroud. She's kind of coming back to herself, and Pip just falls to her knees by this body and starts to cry.
I will go up and I will hug her while over her shoulder, looking at a tear in reality that I made, which is normal and fine.
And while the two of you digest both of those immense discoveries, we're going to go ahead and end this week's session. Whoo! And we will pick up next week with the aftermath of all of this. So I know that we have some stuff to talk about in the Charmed chat, so we will get to that. But if you are watching us live, you can either continue to watch for the Charmed chat, but if you're not watching this live, you're either going to need to be subscribed on Twitch, or you're going to have to wait a week for YouTube.
Whoa.
So might as well subscribe, you know what I mean? All right, so we'll continue to talk here in a minute, but for now, thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for. I say it every time because I mean it every time. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.